Mm. Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. If you do celebrate with your family and not the massacring of indigenous peoples. Hey everybody. Welcome to episode 12, our season finale of the first season of Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties table. I am, of course, your Cicero through a Paradise Lost, the artist formerly known as Trisha Sheeks. What's up, friends? Did everybody have a good break? How's everybody since the last episode? What's going on? What's shaking?
Surviving.
Word,
pretty good. Watch some Hallmark and Lifetime movies, and yeah.
I wish I could get into those Hallmark Christmas movies. They look cute.
They are.
But very formulaic.
They're very
I like Lifetime more than Hallmark, but Hallmark gets me every once in a while. I would say for every Hallmark, I watch like 3 or 4 Lifetime. It's really bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But most of the black people are in the Hallmark ones.
Well, Lifetime, I don't know. I think Vivica A. Fox have like some kind of contract where they have to be in like every other.
Yeah, she was in a lot of.
She got the same one as either Tia or Tamara or Keisha Knight Williams got the same deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tia probably. Tamara, I did this morning when I was talking to my mom about the movie she was watching. It's Tia who does Lifetime because she's always in one with Loretta Devine.
Yeah,
Tamara does Hallmark.
I can never tell them apart when they're separate. When they're separated, I
always just mess up the name.
I can't figure out
which one. Tamara is the one with the mole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I get it. She's the one married to the ex-Fox News guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're still married. Oh well.
Yeah. She's still married to that dude. You know what I'm saying?
I think
he don't work for Fox News anymore.
Too. Yeah. I just watched the last one with Kat Graham, and that one was really sweet. Because I like what is it called? Those adult calendars that you get with like 30 days.
Oh,
yeah. She was holding like that, and it was really cute.
I'm addicted to advent calendars.
Yeah, they have a wine one, which is like on my to-do. That's like, I want that one. Like, if nobody gets it from me, it's on my to-do list to get for my damn self. Because
treat yourself.
I want the wine.
Bad, though. Mine are all food related.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
It goes well with wine when I remember to eat.
Get a wine one and then a cheese advent calendar so you can have cheese and wine.
Wait, are you getting a cheese advent calendar?
That's girl dinner right there.
With a little bit of audio erotica, just binge all day.
If there's anything good to listen to or read, then yes.
Yeah.
Or you can just get your own toy and have wine and cheese and make whatever you want.
Well, one of our
emphasis is on if there's anything good.
There you go.
We're gonna touch on that.
No, one of our games, he finally got a little sponsorship going, so I might peruse and see what I can get with his new code. So
we'll talk about that in a minute. But who else is at the table today? Introduce yourself. Well, we want to introduce first, but absolutely not least, for the first time this season. Mars. Hello, Mars. Come to the stage. Hello. How are you? Thanks for joining us. The schedules get busy, life be life, and you're on the West Coast, so we appreciate you for joining.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully, I can come in and do this more.
Yeah. Got a great voice for this too, so I'm excited.
Oh, thank you.
Regina Starr. Hello.
Hi.
Whips, what's shaking or what's cracking?
What's good? Everything here is shaking. Got bills to pay. Nobody's being here for free. Shaky.
Look, at least you're having fun for free. I'll get you something for Christmas.
Thank you.
Sama.
Hey.
What's happening?
Not much. Just
staying warm.
trying to make it through. I can't wait for Christmas break. I
I
need
just
that.
can't wait for a break.
You look
Yeah.
Bring
stunning.
dinner on.
I get like 2.5 weeks off, and I'm excited about it.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm jealous.
Seriously.
Where's the applause?
In this economy, 2 weeks, yes.
Wait, so like from end of December to
Well, I'm not on break. I think it starts December 22nd, and then I go back.
You don't go back to like the first week of
January.
January.
Yeah.
oh, so same. I have the same amount of time.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And doctor. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
Well, it's great. We've got a full house. So we're gonna be in rare form today. But Doc, do you want to explain what this episode is going to be about as our season finale?
Sure. This is our exit interview. We are giving our, I wanted to say expose, but our thoughts, our feelings on the state of the world of audio erotica, possibly books and some other things.
Mm-hmm.
Just a quick, or maybe no one else, long-winded version of how we feel, the good, the bad, the ugly, and whether or not we'll stick around and keep listening next year.
Yeah, for those of you who actually have a job that listen, an exit interview is if you leave a job to go to a new one. You tell them what you did and did not like, your growth, your productivity, the things that you think could improve in the environment or the community. And we know there's a lot of working people out there. So that's what an exit interview is. If your job doesn't have one, that's probably not a good thing. Because they don't want people to know. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
Not everybody works in corporate, so
well, yeah, that's true.
That's a corporate type of thing.
That's true.
Because I've never had a job.
Even some corporate places don't like having it. They don't want to hear it. They just want you to leave.
Mm-hmm. My exit interviews are always fun.
Yeah, no, I read people for filth.
Because the honesty. Because I'm never coming back.
All right, look, if I already got my
is there.
As long as I got another job lined up.
Listening to this, it makes me wish I would have had one. Because the way I read people to absolute filth.
When you be sick of people and you got another job lined up and they're like, well, can we hear your feedback? You got all right, you can. I'm leaving right now.
How much time do you have? How soon do you want me out of here? Because
do you want it written? You want it recorded? Right. Do you want to talk to me? Because I'm gonna record it on my own because I live in a one-party state. I ain't got to tell you for legal reasons.
Oh, that's nice.
Know the law.
Yeah.
So
for real.
We'll start with this question. What has been your greatest takeaway in the audio erotica community this year, or since you started listening, whatever's easier for you to quantify, and how do you feel about it now with that takeaway being discovered? Like your likes, dislikes, what has rubbed you the wrong way, turned you off, turned you on, the gist of this showcase.
I learned so much about myself, like sexually, what I want, what I don't want, what I like, what I don't like. I've learned so much. I've developed a confidence that I wasn't prepared to receive. And because of that confidence, it's been, it's kind of bled into other parts of my life, which was completely unexpected. I didn't have a very just sexually free upbringing and stuff like that. So it's taught me a lot about my likes and dislikes sexually and things like that, and ways to expand my sexual relationship.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the good. I don't know. Are we starting with the good and then going to the bad?
Yeah. Start however you want. Start however you want. That's it. Positivity is a good place to start before we read these people.
And I met some awesome people. Hello. Like
yeah.
Listen.
Really great people.
Sandwich.
I was legit gonna say y'all. That was the best experience. Everything else I pretty much had, but
yeah,
this was the cherry on top.
being able to have people you actually like and be able to like call them friends and be like, I just want to talk about smut with my friends. Like
And just
Mhm.
that's
talk
been
with
great.
y'all about it and not
Yeah.
feel like I'm being judged.
Yeah.
Because there are some tropes out there where you sometimes you raise your eyebrow like, whoa, you're into that? Wait, am I into that?
Yeah.
That's definitely true. Being able to have some people to talk to about it as well.
The comfortability to not only be able to talk about that, but find other things we can conversate about helps us get to know each other. So then we can bring other things to the table and actually like create real friendships. So when we do see some funky shit, we're not all taken aback by it or not afraid to discuss it.
Yeah.
On another personal
Not
note,
being judged.
meeting other Black nerds has been awesome too.
Yeah, it has been great.
The Black nerd in me recognizes the Black nerd in you.
The nerds unite. The nerds unite. I know. Yeah. I need to put that on the soundboard. I'll put that on the soundboard for season 2. Mars, what do you think? What you got, Mars?
You know, with keeping it positive, I feel like I've learned a lot with listening to audio erotica. It's like I'd started long time ago on Reddit, and then coming into the other spaces and getting to meet everybody else. That was really cool. Getting to rediscover things that I had kind of forgotten about that I really liked, and also getting to explore that and share that even with my partner. So it's like, all right, cool. It's help with some reconnection.
I love that.
Ooh, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, the spice we like.
Listen, what is it? It's a cuddle season or cuff season, and you already set. You already winning.
Get you a big boy today while the temperatures are still up.
Ooh, speaking of big boys, you know what? I'm not gonna jump ahead. We gonna wait.
Oh, if it's what I'm thinking about.
As a keeper of a big boy, they're hard to clothe this time of year. Motherfuckers be just.
That's why I want to be draped all over one.
Yeah, that's why I just steal his hoodies. Just steal his hoodies. They're all oversized and they go over my butt. Yeah. What about the things that have turned you off?
Oof.
White womening. That has hurt me all the way off.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Elaborate. We've talked about that a lot throughout the season, and I think one thing that, well, I don't care if they misunderstand because our truth is the truth. Mm-hmm. I do want to emphasize that it's not. I hate saying not all white women because it's not, but most of them.
But it's always a white woman.
Men, it's not all white women, but it's always a white woman.
Right.
Generally, yes. We do find ourselves at this point within we have community, and then our little group is often targeted by the larger, more heteronormative community. Not heteronormative, maybe homogeneous because they're all white. Is that the better?
Yeah, I like that. It's better than mayonnaise. So
yeah. There's a lot of male sapiens out there who monopolize the space because they found popularity in it and they gatekeep a lot, and that's one thing that has turned me off. That's one reason why I didn't renew.
It's literally that high school mean girl. They peaked in high school and then they found
middle
this.
school.
And I can't.
Here's the thing. I don't think any of them were the girl that they think they were in high school.
That's true.
They're not the woman they think they are now, which is quantified.
Whatever happened. So this is my thing. My good thing is that I met you all. The fact that Sexy Super Spy was not on here today was like, hey, do you want to join this group? And I was like, absolutely. I immediately said yes. And thankfully she was like, you should join us and be in community with us. And from being in community with you all, I found that I'm not in community with anybody else outside of here in a real way. There's nothing genuine I found. This is a negative. There was nothing genuine I found in those other spaces that I could, like we do in our group chat, agree, disagree, say what we feel, say that, maybe this doesn't pertain to me. and not give an opinion and be able to sit quietly. Sorry if you hear my dog ripping up his giraffe. He's missing a face.
You're fine. Speak your truth.
Okay. So in those instances, I find that we can all talk to each other without talking over each other. And I haven't found that with anybody outside of this group, that community feel. And I think that's what they are missing. And quite frankly, I think so many of them are jealous that we do have this, to the point that's where they were trying to insert themselves into this, thinking that it was something that it wasn't when we first got together. Like we were like the narrative that we were all this collective of writers and we were just gatekeeping and blocking and keeping so many people out. And we were like, no, this is just like a chill group chat. This isn't like what you think it is.
Yeah.
This is just homies hanging. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Our
It didn't
intention-
start as you know what I'm saying? Like it evolved into, you know, with the writing and the profession, like all of this evolved.
Yeah.
But it has always been a community space, group chat, just you know, just us chilling and
through us
being
like
able to be ourselves, you know.
I always found like through us like gathering and like when we finally got together, we realized as a group chat that like there are some of us that are very interested in the writing side of it. Like, and there are people talented enough in our crew, in our little girl gang, that were ambitious enough to go out and get it, and they were successful. And that's fucking great. And that's all we wanted. I think the main point is when we inserted ourselves into the space, we weren't trying to be like, you know, counterproductive. We wanted it to continue to grow and elevate. I think that rubbed people the wrong way because they like things the way they are because that was within their comfort level. And I think we all know that you can't always be comfortable. Being uncomfortable is not comfortable. So we want to also feel like we're a part of the space as well. We weren't trying to take over. It just kind of happened that way. And I think a lot of times when we put ourselves in position like, hey, we want to do this work too. We like this content too. A lot of people are afraid we're trying to take over or dominate or kick them out when, you know, we all have a seat at the table. Excuse me. So I think that's also why we chose the name Lunch at the Unfriendly Black Hotties Table, because we want to show that we're not mean, but we're going to stand on business and stand on what we believe in as individuals and as a crew, because if we're all we have to support each other, we'll do that.
And that's also another problem that they have is the fact that we do stand on business because we saw that there was a need for our stories. And that's why I feel like a lot of the girls in our group succeeded as far as writers, and they didn't like that. And I mean, I wouldn't like that either if I'm out here trying to give away stories for free and nobody wants them because it's the same lackluster point A, point B type story and there's no diversity or inclusion included. I mean, I would be a little upset too.
Yeah. I think people expected us, you know, when we couldn't see ourselves in these audios and scripts, I think they expected us to kind of just go away. I remember somebody put on Reddit, like, well, if you don't, you know, can't find the audios, like, you got to go. That wasn't like their specific words, but that's basically what they were trying.
That was the vibe. That was absolutely the vibe.
That was you almost said it verbatim, like, well, if you don't like it, you can find it somewhere else. Like,
that's what
we
they
like it, so it's fine.
No, that's what they.
But we took up space. We took up.
We created even more space.
Yeah.
And we put ourselves out there, and everybody wanted a sample, and that's why they were mad because they couldn't go out here and gift their favorite VAs scripts anymore.
Got it.
It had to be said.
It's there for a reason. What else has, you know, it's far we can go into the content of audio. So I think we said it well, just like the community. But when we look at the style and consistency of, you know, the VAs and the audios they put out, what is something that you've been, aside from that self-discovery, what is something else you found that one thing I found is that a lot of VAs or, you know, some of these storytellers, I'll say that because they are creators, you know, whether I like them or not, they are creators. They seem to care about their product. is that a lot of people are either going to go along the trend lines or whatever Book Talk is doing. And there's a heavy influence of Book Talk and Bookstagram in the themes of audios, obviously. So there's a lot of pop culture elements, but there's also the, I don't want to say abuse, but misuse of kink language. I know that was an episode we had, but there's a lot of M-doms that aren't M-dommy, and I could M-dom them better than they could M-dom me. So that has also helped me want to discover and really understand the kink space more, because I find that a lot of people like the vibe but don't understand the method behind it or the way to do it safely or properly. And they, yeah, exactly. They have a lack of wanting to educate themselves. So I've found that I've wanted to educate myself in those things. Because I'm not going to get that education from people I find that are misusing those tropes, if that makes sense. Especially if it's something I think I'm into. I don't want to have a misunderstanding of what that is. Like I'll just throw like shibari. Like I'm really into it. The art of it's very beautiful, but I don't want just anybody tying me up, and all the nonsense. I also want to understand how to do it myself because it seems very intimate and beautiful and it just visually stunning.
It's a bonding experience.
Yeah,
you get to do it in real life. It's really nice.
So a lot of y'all have touched on the things you've learned, but what are some of the things that you've unlearned in your experiences and things that have turned you off and made you like, I don't think they're doing this in a way that I understand it, and then you've learned that they've abused that kink or trope or thing you like, and you like it better without the audios. If that question makes sense.
I'm going to answer this in a weird way, but
I asked in a weird way, so that's fine.
But the idea that there's no prep needed for things.
That ain't weird at all. That's 100% facts.
I want lube in the conversation. Like
there we go. So that's where I was going because it's not necessary. I knew that was a thing that's necessary for prep for anything going into any hole. But for some reason, in quite a bit of these audios for quite a few months, it was a running joke that none was used. And I'm like, how? And at that point, I think there was more, at least from what I'd seen of like communication across communities, more older women were gifting their daughters subscriptions to these things. And I'm like,
what?
I would not gift my daughter, if I had one, a subscription to that one particular app from Jump. I'd ease her in with the other one that's more narrative-based, like an audiobook. There you go, Quinn.
Just say Quinn, dude.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted me to. So,
I want you to speak your truth.
I wouldn't
say names.
Name names.
I wouldn't
say names. We're past the point. I just want to clarify. I don't want to interrupt you, doctor, but I just want to clarify. You can't stand on business. This is for everyone. You can't stand on business and not name names because people are just going to assume who you're talking about. And that's going to make messy people more active.
I'm still shocked that parents are gifting their daughters.
That's crazy.
That was the part that was
these types of parents.
Yeah, my mama would.
It has to be Palm Pilots.
So,
I don't know how I would react. I would be floored. Yeah. Number one, that my mom would know about that.
No, my mom was mad.
Let alone asking her like be open like that to say, hey.
Like, I mean, I'm not one of your little friends.
Exactly.
My mama caught me stealing her Zane books when I was in high school. That was an ass whooping. I don't want to do that again. I was 16. Like, obviously, I already had the
there are ways to talk to your children in a certain way. And I'm not saying, I mean, I do have obviously some feelings about it that I'm going to reserve. But for the most part, there are ways to talk to your children and to engage with your kids who are becoming young adults than to just gift them a subscription to Quinn. That's wild to me.
Yeah. So it was just weird.
I like Pepsi, but that's neither here nor there.
I got the point she was trying to get across because from the story I remember the girl was in college and she was like, I just want her to know that not every guy is, awful. I'm like, okay. I
So
get
it
the
came
thought
from a
pattern.
good
I see
place.
where you're going. It did come from a good place, but there is no way I would start any young adult, freshman in college, sophomore in college at Quinn.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely
I
not.
would start you at Dipsy and then you find your way to Quinn.
Yes.
Because that's a soft launch. If all that you've been listening to up until that point is a spicy audiobook, then that's where you go first. You don't go to someone who
Me
is
neither.
joking about no prep, who's joking about the the fact that condom use is implied, who's joking about safety on the internet, who's joking about parasocial relationships and connections to people
Yeah.
you don't even know, to the point where now you're in these communities and in these discourse with people and you're ragging on the older people that are here, saying, well, why are y'all so crazy? And now you have to apologize 6 times.
That's just wild to me. Like Quinn sounds like the app that your high school friends would recommend that they found from an older sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's the vibe that I would get. Like, if I mean, maybe she didn't know about Dipsy. Maybe that's why she gifted the subscription. I don't know, but it. I bristled when I heard it. I'm sorry.
I also
Yeah,
think that comes from a space of like, oh, I want to be a cool, relatable mom. I want to be
That
my
too.
it's
I'm like, come
definitely
on,
the mom that let their kid drink because they were in the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the mom that let their kid drink because they were at home.
my
She said, I'm
mom
going to
let
sip
me
from my
have
glass. It's okay. Absolutely not.
my mom let me have one Smirnoff twisted apple after I turned 18 because she knew where I was going to school and she was like, I know they party, so I want you to at least know your limits. But
Mhm.
only one, and I couldn't even finish that one. Mind you, I got a lot
In
more
her
advanced.
You got Smirnoff off rip. You got Smirnoff. I had to start
A twisted
that
apple, a twisted apple. It was like a wine cooler. My mama don't really drink liquor like that at that time.
That's beside the point. You
I
had
wonder what would have happened if you got your hands on a Four Loko.
Oh my God.
I did that later after 18.
Did you know those cut
Shut
water
up.
cans? They made an incredible Hulk cut water. I'm like, you want people to just pass out,
And
Basically,
what?
open
I'm
it, sniff
sorry.
it, and just die.
An
Cut
Incredible
water.
Hulk cut water?
Yeah,
Hell
what?
no.
I
Child.
remember
yeah,
drinking those in
Nah.
the club, and I knew I was like, "Yep, we done here."
Also,
I got
absolutely
Four
butt
not.
smoking
Loko
and
they made,
singing.
the Four Loko they made in 2007 is not today's Four Loko. The
No.
That's
children will
Hmm.
have to Google the shit I drank. Okay,
listen.
that shit is not for the weak. That shit had
Drink
all
at
the
your own risk.
riboflavins and high fructose corn syrup. This is not the vegan Four Loko they're getting now.
That's like when they was the TikTok crowd was
I
discovering
found
Mad
one
Dog
the other day
2020.
just for nostalgia, and I was like, "This don't even hit the same." I was like, "I don't even want this anymore." Like,
That's because ain't no antifreeze in
I
it.
can't pregame with
Where's the kerosene? I want
Oh my
the Four
goodness.
Loko from when gas
It
is
used to
under
be a
$2
proper
a gallon. You feel me?
country.
Like I want that Mad Dog. I want that Boone's Farm. You feel me? I want that. I want that
Hmm.
Andre. That if you pull the cap off too fast, you might lose an eye.
Yeah.
Not mad dog. I can't.
You know what I mean? Like
I
I want
must
something that's
party with you.
$5 a bottle. I can get zooted. You know what I'm saying? And bum a cigarette off my friends. Go dogs.
Oh my
What
goodness.
a time, y'all! You had to be there. You just had to be there.
Hmm.
The
I
mid
was
But
not
yeah,
there,
they
unfortunately.
were a great time. The mid 2000s are
so
great.
yeah, that was my thing about the no prep and then the absence of aftercare that was coming up. And I was like, look, at that point, I was already looking at my subscription like this is about to end in 2 months, and do I even want to keep it?
Hmm. Yeah.
Like you're making a mockery of what would be considered safety, and and then to go and get a star of a what is a YA novel that made it into a TV show to do an original, and then knowing that it's going to pull more younger adults in that are like 18 to 20 whatever, and then still not provide them with like, hey, you're new here, you're fairly young, this is how you navigate this app, this is how you navigate these feelings or whatever, and then just to be like, oh well, that's on you to figure out. Which to an extent, yes it is, but if you are considering yourself someone to be a champion of women's sexual freedom in this type of arena, you have a responsibility. And I don't think that in the way that Dipsy has taken responsibility, Quinn has not taken that same exact responsibility. And they just allow for this independent way of thinking of, well, or even honestly groupthink way of thinking of, well, no one else has said anything about it, so you're just, overreacting. When there's plenty of people that are in their comments like, what would be great? For me to actually know that they put on a condom. What would be great? If you actually did use lube in that Applebee's bathroom. What would be great?
If you washed your
If
hand
my-
before you were fingering them?
It'd be great if you asked
you was in the garden.
if you could choke me, if I was into that. But also even offering, hey, do you want to have sex in this Applebee's bathroom? Who would do that? You think I want a 2 for $20 and to get some basic wienering in a bathroom with no lube, bro?
Listen, I'm all for semi-public, but Applebee's.
First of all, ew. At least take me to Chili's.
I mean, so you can get the margaritas.
You know what I'm saying? Give me my baby back ribs. You feel me? Baby back cracked. You feel me? That's how it should go. Just kidding. I'm
a seafood girly, so I would have said bonefish grill, but
bonefish grill, yes. I also like pasta, so carrabas. If I'm
get me hot, get me that bang bang shrimp. Okay, that's where we're at.
That's Longhorns. Bang bang. Bang bang.
Yeah. It was people taking advantage of the M-dom, like didn't really know how to M-dom and put that tag all up and through.
M-dom doesn't mean I want my ass beat. Okay, right. It's not a window into abuse.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of them, they're just there for the aesthetics and they don't want the education, and it's really it shows. Because I was just like, my ears, I feel violated. This is just not becoming. I can't keep paying for this kind of abuse.
Like, it was that and DDLG. The DDLG,
Yeah, very.
Like, they're just mean. You're not a dumb. This shit ain't sexy. You just the mean asshole.
I think the DDLG just makes people okay with this older man being abusive to a younger.
Mm-hmm. But some people,
that's what they've been
doing. If they're into that, that's there has to be a lot of communication, and I think the point that we're getting at is like, there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of like, oh, we talked through this. Mm-hmm. When the whole aspect of like oralism is like you're turned on by being talked through it. Like that's an aspect of it, and that a lot of these things can be sexy and you can be turned on by them, but are they turning you on in a way that makes you feel safe and comfortable and open to be your most confident, sexiest version of yourself in that, scene? And like, if I feel like if you're, I don't know, some people do like to be, scared, like, woo, okay.
I just want them to leave BDSM alone. They never really do it right. There's like, I would say 0.0005% that get it right.
Unless it's an expert in it, I don't want just somebody just playing with it.
Yeah, especially people who are out here experiencing subspace and they have no idea, and they might be with the wrong person to be experiencing that with, who will just like up and leave them. Like that's a head fuck that nobody deserves.
Has anyone gotten it right, according to any of you?
That's a great question.
Listen, once I have no idea. I'm the last person to know whether they got it right or not. I also just don't remember any of those people.
Yeah, my subscription ended and I was done.
Yeah, once it ended, I was like, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be Quinn. I should point that out. It shouldn't be just Quinn. Like,
that's fair.
It won't be Quinn then
great. Any of these apps, and you found something that spoke to you.
Reddit, Dipsy, Magic Play, whatever.
There's a couple Patreon, and I wish I could remember their name right now, but I can't. There's one Patreon who's literally taken over my life the last 3 weeks, so I can't.
Well, if you remember, we can always put it in the a link out in our blog post.
Billy Yandere and Mark Bosa, those two have they've wrecked me for like the last 2 months. I can't think of anybody else.
We'll link out.
Yeah,
we're in our big boy season right now.
I mean,
I don't think I'm
but
I don't think I have the memory to say who got it right or who got it wrong. I mean, in the ADHD episode, I told y'all once I'm done with something, I completely forget all about it.
Facts.
So I can't remember a single one that did it in a way that didn't feel. Could you squeak that someplace else, please?
I said no.
Oh wait,
that,
I
did,
remember. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
that didn't feel like a Mad Lib. Like insert these words here, and then therefore you have a script, and everyone will think it's an MDOM, or we're gonna get. I'm gonna say something about M sub, and then we can talk about it later. Or the refusal that quite a few people have to do M-sub because of whatever personal reason that they have, when it should just be a professional thing that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
But even with MDOM, it's like only portrayed as if the male character is just being overly aggressive or immediately mean, and not everyone is dominated by being mean.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that quite a bit of it is very like alpha male red pilly when you get to some of these audios where you're just like, I don't know who you think. Well, maybe you are turning somebody on with this, but it's not like the broad appeal that you think it's gonna have. And then when those numbers reflect that, then they get all into like, oh, I'll be a little bit softer, but I won't be a sub. And I'm like, now just work on how you speak to people, because you can't just talk to nobody any old kind of way.
Yeah. Like even as an MDOM, you can't talk to your sub any kind of way. Like there's a thin line there.
Yeah.
But I remember now. So Chris Yamas, I don't know if he's still on the app, but he has a few that come to mind that weren't terrible. And also he's a really great storyteller. So I would listen to like most of his audios in general, because he's just
he's been putting out music videos and stuff. Like I see on his Instagram.
Oh, it's been amazing.
And it looks like he's doing well. I know he was posting about some health things.
Yeah, Chris Yames and Nadia.
His melanin is popping. His melanin is popping. Looks great.
I like his new look now. The aesthetic is nice. I think he's dating someone, and that probably plays a factor into it too, because he's probably just happier. Like now that he's booed up.
Yeah.
So I wish I liked him.
Say that. I think VAs produce the best product. So if you are cuffed up for cuffing season, or you're doing what you love, it shows. And he's an example of that for me.
Hector is also an example of that. He's a really good Twitch. I think like
has he ever done? He hasn't done MDOM, has he? He's always been like a Regency bae, right?
Very baby girl coded.
Oh. I feel like he did, but he switched. I think he wanted.
He's a switch.
Yeah, he made a specific choice to not do so much.
It's been like a year since I've been on that app, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, Nadia and Chris Yamas were the ones for me.
Oh no, Darius.
That was hard. That's what made it so hard to leave the app. I'm telling you, Quinn was like the worst relationship I was ever in. That this wasn't good for me. But I can't leave.
And Chris had a rough go of it, as we know, for quite a bit. So I'm glad he's doing well. Glad he's doing better.
Yeah. For me, this is, I'm a second year. It's been 2 years since I've cleansed myself from Quinn. This is my second year. Yeah. So it's been a while, a good portion of it. It wasn't, I think the reason I had left was not just some of the content, because it's like I really didn't feel like it was speaking to me. Like I know a lot of us felt like that. And when that was expressed, it was the reaction of the company. If it's expressed, the reaction of the VAs themselves. And the reaction of the community. And so, a lot of that just said, you know what? Let me go ahead and move my dollars elsewhere. Yeah. It's like you don't want me here, obviously. So let me go ahead and go.
Quinn is an irresponsible pimp. They will pimp out their VAs till no end to do everything. Like, oh, we're getting bad press. Let's just strut out our VAs. Let's give them
pimp them out and then deny that they are sex workers. Like deny their autonomy of being sex workers, because this is kind of
they shouldn't have to work that hard as VAs, especially given the fact that they're on a platform. Like that's kind of the selling point.
Contract work, freelance work is freelance work. That does have its constraints. It does have its freedoms, but it also has its constraints. And I think when you buy into working freelance as a contractor for places like Quinn or Mac, you gotta, get pennies until you can get them dollars. Pennies, change still jangle, it still spin. But you've got to, your output's also got to be a part of that. So that's the sacrifice they make in performing on an app like Quinn. It's sacrificing maybe their best work for what is mandated or asked because of said trends and what they want to put out. So I don't want to give too many of these people too much credit, but I do think that sometimes they are handcuffed with what, is requested of them. And maybe it's not their best work. Maybe they're just phoning it in. And maybe that's why, some of their delivery with the kinks or the tropes or the themes are half-assed.
Right. But I also think it's the responsibility of Quinn to pick up on those parts.
Absolutely. And they buried a lot of their resources and things like that on their blog that I'm sure no one even knows about. But they've also like oddly defined a lot of the tropes. So there's a lot of every artist on there, every creator on there does not follow the tropes the same way, which confuses people.
Yeah.
And that also makes the understanding of if those tropes are actual kinks and actual, roles that you can play intimately, that can confuse people and also have people misunderstand how they are a part of that scene or scenario or, experience. And they could be experiencing it in a way that doesn't give them as much pleasure as they are capable of having, which isn't necessarily fair.
Yeah, I think that's when they stick in like the AO3 or even Reddit style tags, it's like, well, I get what you're doing. I see where you're going, but does that actually go with this? Does it actually work? And then they'll do like just stupid, superfluous tags that have nothing to do with like the story. Like a tag will be like chocolate cake. Like for what?
Yes.
Like when someone is listening to the audio and they're like, "Oh, I really wish you would have tagged X," or "I really wish you would have tagged Y," and I wouldn't have told my friend to listen to it because all you've done is tag these stupid little things that say that are basically the storyline of the audio. And I'm like, the one thing that I've liked about Dipsy, even though that subscription I have let lapse as well, was that it was a full-fledged story.
Yeah.
It wasn't a something that was a knockoff of an AO3 or a Reddit audio. It was, all right, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you a Irish man at a pub and you are the girl that moved in upstairs. I'm going to give you the Scottish man in the Highlands and you are the girl in town that he can't stand but once. And I'm going to give you werewolves. I'm going to give you, Greek mythology. So they've at least gone in a direction of story versus other places where they've gone in a direction of we're just trying to be a less aggressive form of Reddit.
Yeah, and honestly, inclusivity over on Dipsy is the selling point for me. Like you mentioned quite a few of my faves, by the way. But like they actually have like a whole section, like wellness section dedicated to like sexting and anatomy and BDSM and like intro to all of these things. And it's just like, and they show you that it can be fun and informational. And it's included in like several of their audios. Like, oh my God. Ooh, listen.
And the first and foremost, the thing that I loved about Dipsy was the anonymity of the characters. Like, I didn't know who the fuck any of those people were, and it was beautiful.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of my kinks, though, by the way, is like possibly someday maybe having like sex with somebody I don't know. Like I don't know them. So that literally I was locked in from like the first audio because of that.
But it keeps all the weird, messy shit that's going on with
the parasocial virus that Quinn has is not an issue around Dipsy because of that.
And that was like at the forefront. We don't know who it is. It's just some random name they made up. And
Yeah, and they're playing. This is an actor playing a character, and that's it.
Exactly.
And I can appreciate that. That was one of the things I really liked about Dipsy. I'm
Mhm.
going with kind of tagging on what Doc had said about, you know, it was story, and I actually felt like I was part of that story. Like okay, this is the character, and it's not the character was made for me. You know, like it actually gave you I feel like Dipsy gives you space to put yourself into that character's shoes and not tell you what the character is.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just wanted the audios to be longer. Like, I don't know. Some of them were
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, and it must be
Yeah.
hard for them to find like continuous writers too, because you get into like a storytelling like between two of the actors, and then all of a sudden there's no more episodes. You're like, wait, but I need to know what happens next.
Yeah.
They would
It's like,
really.
wait, there was only 3 episodes. What?
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
would push you with
because
the
I'm like,
drop.
next
They
episode
would.
dropping.
Yeah, they dragged those out. It was great.
But they
yeah.
also listen to their listeners, which is honestly that's the sexiest thing about Dipsy. They listen to their listeners.
They give you the yearning you're looking for, and maybe it's like yearning in a way. Like some of us love a good slow burn, some of us
Mhm.
love a good insta lust. Some of us love a love at first sight, and then they kind of like take their time and it's like then they're all over each other. That's what I do like about Dipsy, and I still have my Dipsy subscription. I do it quarterly now because sometimes I need a little Lachlan in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
So, ends over on Dipsy. Now I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the female like VAs. I get that.
I don't mind them though. They have
And
very
the
subtle
there.
grown woman voices on Dipsy though.
Yeah.
Which
That's what I
speaks
like
to like
about.
my bi-curious, you know, because that's one thing I've discovered about myself too. Is like, you know, but you know, I've never experimented with a woman, but I mean like listening to certain voices and certain themes and scenarios and immersing yourself in it is better than not knowing.
Mhm.
And you know, just exploring it that way, and then if you have the courage to do it IRL, then yes, but you're not attaching yourself to something necessarily either. And that's one thing I've enjoyed about Dipsy. And then yeah.
Listen, Killen, Xavier, what is it? Laken, I think Mateo. Oh, I would be here all day talking about
Mateo. Yes.
Yeah.
Mateo, like sir. And I think Rome was another one who made my list. I was like, boy,
Roman.
these are not real people. Let me not get too invested.
But I'm glad they're not real people because in my mind, if I can idealize someone or put the person I want to imagine in that role, which is what I do the most, I'm more comfortable that way. I don't want to get attached to these people.
Mhm.
I want to have that moment and then just disappear, because there's one I'm trying to think of it, but it's like a three. They're in I think it's a 3-way, and there's one woman and then the 2 men, and it's just like I think one is British, and I get lost in their stories every time. Like I'm listening to them for the first time, even though it's not.
Is it Seven Benj or whatever?
Yeah, leather and lace. That story.
Leather and Lace.
Yeah.
That was the first one I listened to, was a Leather and Lace, and I was sold because again the women voices didn't really quite scratch the itch for me, but within that context it works and it's great.
I do also like the Dipsy. I always say it long because I'm country, but I like how Dipsy has like the actual. Oh, you're good. I want a mic like that, Mars. By the way, next season I'm upgrading. That was my ADHD taking over. But I do like that they have like a cast version, and then they kind of have just like the voice by the protagonist, rather. So it can be like the MMC or the FMC, and you can just listen in that aspect. I do like that duality. Because if you are, I think Doc brought up a good point. Like if you are used to that spicy audiobook genre where there is a cast, there are differentiating characters, there's more than one person. I think that is a good entryway into it. And then you can understand and get comfortable with it, and then you can go to those singular solo voiced pieces. And that might help people that do grow attachments very quickly. Because especially post-pandemic, immersing yourself and then developing a parasocial relationship post-pandemic is
No fun.
on the rise, and we've seen that a
Mhm.
lot.
No.
So I think that's one thing because I get so emotionally attached to people. That's how one way I had to prioritize myself, because I do get hyperfixated on things, and it's best for me not to, just for my own mental health. So instead of people, I just do it on things. But a lot of people don't know how to differentiate those things. And I said before this, I disassociate a lot. So I'm in my own little world anyway, which is helpful, I think.
In order to survive the current state of affairs, yes, it is. And as someone who also disassociates a lot, I can relate to that.
My gateway on Dipsy was the character plus you audios, the ones where like they would have the threesome.
Yeah, that's how they're tagged. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is this person plus this person plus you. So you're able to kind of, hear the voice in your ear, fit yourself in. That helps you explore a little bit. And then
that was perfect when I jumped into Dipsy like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they also have sleep aids, which I love because not only do I disassociate,
I love
also
the sleep sounds.
The sleep sounds are everything. Like they start off in the beginning with like whichever character you choose, and then depending on how long you set it for, like it takes me like 30 minutes, but they have like a 60-minute one too. Like if you really going to sleep, which I love, like the ocean waves, and then there's like one with like the gentle guitar playing. I'm like, oh, Calgon, just take me away. This is not.
Yo, that's a deep cut. Calgon, take me away, girl. All right. I use Dipsy for that, but I also, and this is a Doc recommendation, because the thing about community is you figure out your people. So Doc recommended earlier this year this app called Tethered. Again, it's associated with my obsession of Scotland, but it's all these Scottish sounds, and then they have some red things that are voiced, but it's mostly like soundscapes. And when my brain won't shut the fuck up, I just go there, and then I can disassociate and then just fall asleep. It's great. Do you guys have any other apps that you use that may not fit your oralism, kink, or your preference, but are apps that help you relax, or sounds that help you relax? Like I know a lot of neurodivergent folks listen to brown noise or white noise or pink noise. A lot of lo-fi ADHD music is the thing. One thing I've used a lot, and you guys can laugh at me, but someone on YouTube made lo-fi versions of all the WWE entrance music, and that's been my save.
That's awesome.
That's so on brand.
The link. I would love to hear that.
Okay, so not only do they have the current ones, but they do have the Attitude Era ones. So they have like Stone Cold and The Rock,
nice,
and the old school Undertaker. Like it. Okay, I understand. I've probably doxed myself. I don't care at this point.
I love that. I want to hear it.
I'll send you. I put some links in one of my Substacks, but I think it was the Substack before this last one. But I'll send you the links directly.
And you know, there's another really popular lo-fi. Like if you love Nintendo, there are a lot of YouTubers that make.
I have that one
Nintendo
saved.
music.
Yeah.
I can't.
We put the rain in the background.
I was like, this is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I like Calm. Like the app Calm is really good. Because I can do like 5 or 10 minutes in between like the workday, and I really like that. And Twitch, honestly, is pretty good too. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Like some things just don't align, and that's fine. But Calm seems to do it for me. And again, Dipsy, obviously, I'll listen to their soundscapes. I listen to them, I think, like 2 or 3 times a week.
I used to also use Headspace a lot. They have some really great sleep tracks, but they also have like the brown noise, white noise, pink noise, like really cultivated quite nicely. So if you are looking for noises that fit your neurospicy, they have a lot of those too, but a lot of them are also free on YouTube, which is why I kind of canceled my Headspace. But a lot of them you can just play consistently on YouTube apps across all devices. So that's also very helpful.
So when you say brown noise, pink noise, what does that mean? Like, is that related to like a certain color or mood, or I'm a little...
That's a great question. From what I understand, and I can define this better in the blog, and I also look it up now. And Doc, I don't know if you are familiar with this kind of thing, but you can also elaborate. But it's a type of sound that is played at an equal intensity across all audible frequencies. White noise, for example, is like radio static. When cable used to go off the air, I'm just like,
so
that's white noise.
To that. Okay, the color correlates.
Pink noise is like rainfall. Brown noise is like even deeper rumbling like thunder. Blue noise is like hissing, louder sounds. Each type offers different masking and calming effects, with pink and brown noise often favored for sleep or focus, while white noise is a classic masker. So I'll just put those definitions, but they fit different. The long and short of it is that they fit different moods to regulate. So they're regulation tools to be used. So like if you listen to lo-fi when you're at work, if it's upbeat, it's kind of got your mind active, but you can focus.
Okay, because now I can understand it now. Cool, because I've seen those on YouTube too. They call them like productivity sprints, and then like they have something. I always thought it was related to the heartbeat, like heart rate. So I was like, oh, okay, this kind of makes sense. You want to be in a certain like, what is it, heartbeats per minute or something like that to be productive. It's like, oh, okay, thank you.
You know those little like those things you can like ding, and you can play them at different frequencies, and they're very calming. They're used for meditation.
The bowls, sound bowls.
Yeah,
it's the same kind of frequency that they're used to do that kind of work. That's what pink noise, white noise, brown noise is.
Yes. So you can think of like Andre 3000's flute album is basically brown noise. Yes, the deep flute noise from his flute that he plays.
He's not playing piccolo. He's playing like a longer, more traditional flute, and then he does play the classical concert flute. But
I love us.
No, there's
listen, that's dope.
Is some of that flute music on the playlist, Doc?
No, but I can add it.
Yeah, let's add it.
People who can listen to things like while they're going to sleep. I need complete silence. I can't.
Then for that, I would say black noise.
Black noise also works.
Yeah, if you're like, if you need silence, then black noise would work because it's more silent.
It's like, almost like just your AC or your fan going.
Yeah, so it's like more of a deep silence. Like it's like a closed.
Okay, I have to look into that.
Yeah.
Just like the environment around you.
I usually just do a YouTube that's like 10 hours long of an aquarium. There's something weird about.
Yeah.
I love the underwater
aquarium noises.
The aquarium noise. Yeah. So there's like a 10-hour one that I use all the time, and I just rewind it every night. And the fish and stuff go by too. So it's
that's a vibe. I want to go see this now.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I have like lists.
I
have lists of YouTubers that I listen to because I like you see I'm wearing my earbuds right now for y'all. The folks that are hearing, you don't know that, but I'm wearing earbuds, and I wear them to sleep. And I have various YouTubers that I'll listen to. It's like one that I think is really good is Archivelli. If you're into, I know it's going to sound weird,
so I can embed into our.
Say the weird thing.
Yeah. Say the weird thing.
No. I'm going to, but it's just like it sounds weird, but it really isn't. That he talks about horror game lore. So like Silent Hill and stuff, but he's talking very low and very. About it. And there's no noise
those. Yeah. Go ahead, Will.
No, go ahead. You were saying?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, that's not weird at all. Like, literally, Chris Yames was one of my favorite VAs over on Quinn, and he talks about Greek mythology to no end. And those are my favorites. Like, I like those more than his others.
I'm so glad you went before me, because I was just about to say, I've discovered on YouTube, like, these people speaking at a low frequency talking about Greek or Roman mythology, and it speaks to my Latin blurred that I was like, oh, I know what that shit means.
You know how crazy some of those stories are. So to hear them like at a low, like
I'm gonna be on YouTube for like the next 3 weeks after this.
There's like some hits. I think the last one I listened to was like all the houses of like English royalty, like all the kings and shit. And so like there was one, and then I listened to one about the Medicis, and then the Habsburgs. So I'm just like going back into my AP European history bag.
Yeah.
I need to
me
find
and the
some African
Medicis.
folklore shit.
Right.
I'm sure somebody does it.
I found some
Who did it
Scottish
right?
folklore, so I already fallen asleep to that and dreamt about fairies and little furry people. And
See, that type of stuff, I would stay up watching it. I
know.
would be
Yeah.
interested.
It's
you
like
I
gotta
can't.
relax.
I
Like
can't
one thing,
because I don't have thoughts in my head. I can't hear. I don't hear my voice in my head, so it's silent up there. So if
I hear
I'm listening
voices
to
in my
something,
head.
I
They
don't.
counsel me.
And
They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me.
So when it's bedtime, there's nothing going on up
It's
here.
nothing.
It's just, and so that's
I don't want you to say that out loud anymore because you're too intelligent.
well,
But
no,
it must
because
be
some
so
people,
easy for you to go to
some people
sleep like
hear,
10 minutes and you're
yeah,
I'm blessed. You're
some
blessed
people
though, because
hear,
I wish.
they have an inside voice. They have an internal voice where you hear your thoughts. I can't
I
hear
have
myself.
several.
I have several.
There's several
Yeah.
people in there. They're like
These
all-
bitches just be.
It's like a therapist office, and my personalities are all sitting waiting in line to chat. And it's like, listen, I want to get me committed or what? Because we can't be all at
They
once.
just.
I mean,
My brain is like Brandy's song sitting up in my room, and all the bitches are talking to each other. Back here,
Now that's a throwback.
I messed up.
I'm a mess.
Yeah.
you have like one version of yourself talking to you in a different like accent. Like there's like an old British version of me that's like
All mine are Jamaicans or Black Scots because that's the only.
okay. See, I have the West Indian mother
That
already,
sounds
so
really
I need
fun.
that to be happening in my head already. But like
Call me now for your free bumbleclap reading.
That sounds super fun. I don't have that. I want that.
They're all bad accents though. Summer,
Listen,
that's the
be careful
thing.
what you wish for, okay? Because
They're bad accents. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not good.
yeah, the Black British version of me is like get your shit together, you know. Another
Hey,
version.
bro.
I feel like
It sounds like
I think the
sounds like
British
an extra
accent
from
makes it
Attack of
even
the
worse
Block.
though. Because
Hey, bro, where you going, bro?
Honestly, mine is just holding MapQuest directions, and she keeps forgetting to tell me turn left or right
MapQuest
till after I've gone
directions.
behind. Yes.
That's
Listen,
like
when
my
saying
you're
brain.
your internal
Like,
monologue sounds like Ash Jeeves.
is
I
it
will
when you're
literally get
walking
to
or
where I'm
like
going and then just.
is it just when you're walking like around in your neighborhood or whatever, or is it just
It
like
could, in general, I could be literally like I'm sitting here right now. I could be sitting here just doing whatever, and then my brain will go, you like 15 minutes ago you were supposed to go do this. My bad, I didn't tell you. I'm like, what?
But like,
What
so
you mean?
I just can't. I can't like
Mine's like, bitch, when we
conceptualize
gonna
that.
do this? We're gonna do this right now.
I
Well, I don't
can't.
want to do it right now. Well, when we gonna do it? When I get good goddamn ready to. Blah 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 blah.
I can't.
Me,
Grandpa, that's too damn bad.
and then I smoke a
have,
joint,
I have
and then I'm just
thoughts,
like,
but they're silent thoughts. I don't. So y'all just have these voice like I don't understand.
no, there's
listen,
all
man,
kind of
you know, you just grew up right. I just think it's the region. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the region. You know what I'm
not
saying?
the
Not
region.
the region.
I think it's the region. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy down here. Pause.
Oh my goodness.
The Northeast is a little weird. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's definitely weird. I'm not saying it's not weird.
Yeah.
I feel like the South is a lot more cursed given its activities over the last 300 years.
Shout out to my ancestors during the Great Migration.
Besides, you know, the Native American burial grounds that everything's built upon, you know, there's a little thing called chattel slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just double cursed, you know what I'm saying? Everything's just fucked down here.
and that's why my people left.
Let my people go, goddammit.
Yeah.
But I do have
I have
a
a question I'd like to pose to the group.
Go ahead.
So we were talking a lot about the different things that like make us, you know, just give us that activation in the brain. I was just wondering what everybody thinks would make up the right kind of app for us. You know what I mean? Like, let's build that shit right now.
That is such a wonderful question.
Like,
wow.
What different components do we need for our app? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For,
Well,
Tanita,
I don't
for
want to give
copyright
away
purposes,
trade.
That's
I
what I
don't
was about to
wanna
say.
copyright
Copyright
purposes.
This is a question for
put
the
like,
chat because this is something
This
that
is
I
why-
strongly feel
you know
like
what?
we
Leave
should
this out.
do, and I don't want to give them mayonnaise grenade shit. I want to get them nothing else.
This is why you said from the beginning we need to LLC this bitch because you know, intellectual properties people like to steal, just like, Elvis stole rock and roll from Black folks. They will steal these ideas.
You're absolutely right.
I do think while I'm talking, I will say that one thing we need for our app is if we're going to talk the talk about diversity, we've got to walk the walk. It's got to be, there's got to be things from everybody. You got to do that from jump, from pitch
Black
to post.
Black
from pitch to post. You have to build an app with a staff and content creators that are devoted to diversity, equity, and inclusion, especially in a time where it's being eliminated across the board, across spectrums.
NPR
and you got to stand on that.
Yeah,
NPR is a really great example of that. Particularly when they do their tiny desks.
I love
the culture of the tiny desk concept is immeasurable because you really get to see artists at their root base, and you get to see where they come from and who they're influenced by. And it's quick and dirty, and it's not elongated, and it's not overproduced. It's very natural. So I think that would also have to be included in the building of an app. Like it has to be something that people can naturally immerse themselves into without getting too attached. But it also has to speak to things that it's really hard to be all things for all people. I think we see that in a lot of television. You can't be all things to all people, but I think what you can do is give
matters because it's hard to do. But honestly, there are over 500,000 Black women that have been let go from the job force. I'm ready to hit the ground running with this. Like seriously, let's
LLC this first. I got a plan.
Yeah. But that's a great question. I love it.
We don't give the snow bunnies too many ideas. We got to be Dr. Umar.
The thing is,
Dr. Umar.
They can have the ideas. They won't be able to execute it the way that we can. And
they're afraid of us. Why do we think this app question has me with a bigger question? Why do we think people who are not Black women or people of color are afraid to work with us or work with us or work alongside us?
They would have crashed and burned where we persevere with all the nonsense that's come our way.
Yeah,
like we constantly stand on this. We can't do it.
I think because like white people and white women especially are coddled, and I think that in the Black community, regardless of what ethnic group that we come from, there is a sense of like real talk. We're not afraid to like say it how it is, and they see that as aggression because that's not something that they're used to, and it's like no, like speak your truth. Yeah. Like somebody disagreeing with you is not them attacking you. Somebody pointing out something that is, that they find wrong is not attacking you. And they want everything to be surface level good. They want like, oh, I like this person, but like, do you really really like somebody? You have to care about the things that are harming them. And they don't want to talk about the harm because, then it becomes this whole thing about white guilt. And it's like, no, this is not why we're here. You deal with your guilt on your own. We're here to, find solutions to problems. Yeah.
You see the way it's gotten out of hand when it comes down to all the bullshit that's gone on in certain in the audio erotica community. You see how that's gone down. It's literally like the minute, like they get so thrown by like. When there's attacks, when they do attacks, it's all like submersive. They do not try to.
It's catty. It's not
right. They're not saying anything directly, and
it's very political.
Right. It's very political and overly. I don't know.
But they've been conditioned to comply. Like that is their reward. Like, okay, you comply, and then we'll treat you marginally better than everybody else. And when they see us, and I'm saying us because I identify as a Black woman, like when they see us, fuck that, that's where they crash out every single time.
Yeah. I also think there's this expectation that anything Black,
man, you know what?
Anything Black is synonymous to mediocrity when no, that's not what it is. We are forced to be excellent. Like we are never allowed the privilege to be mediocre because as soon as we mess up, that paints all of us with that same brush. And so we have everything that we do has to be great.
I think to your point though, I find it very hard to believe that in 2025 going on into 2026, that if all these women are such second wave, third wave feminists, they don't see that we that Black women or women of color have to work twice as hard to get half of what they got, and they still get in the way because they have to preserve their part of the pedestal. It's like Dave Chappelle said, white women are part of the heist. They just don't like their cut. When you are continuously coddled and propped up by white supremacy, you're going to act as those who are going to protect you. They are a protected class, and that they understand that without acknowledging it. And then when it's called out and they don't want to acknowledge it, they just cry.
Shout out to Kimberly Crenshaw. Their feminism is not intersectional. So
exactly,
it's like they only look like we're all women, of course, but to them, women means white woman, and all of us are supposed to fall in line and be grateful for whatever crumbs we get.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say, because we are Black first, and then we're women. They are white first, and only white. They're only women when it's something that they need from the rest of the world. And even then, their category and worldview of women is very narrow. So for them to be second wave or third wave feminists, they're still very steeped into the original suffragette model of Black people to the back, Hispanic people to the back. Ida B. Wells had to do her own march at the back of the line to show that we are also here. We were also a part of this.
The suffragettes weren't the first wave. The first wave of feminism wasn't for us anyway. They only did that because Black men were able to vote first.
Exactly. And then
misunderstanding and the wanting, it's the desire to not want to understand history that's been put in your face. It's not wanting to unlearn that, and that's why I say not all white women, because we've had some fabulous guests and we have fabulous friends and actual allies who don't call themselves allies, who also stand in the same business we do, and then they are also villainized by those who want to get because they're
villainized by proximity to us. And it's interesting that it's come to that, because if we were to, when we do build this into our own thing, the amount of them that'll be like, well, you don't do X, Y, and then if I'm being honest, you kind of saw this with what I posted in the group chat a few days ago about what happened with Black Romance Book Fest and that debacle. What's gonna happen, because we are who we are, and because we've already gone through what we've gone through with this whole thing in the year that we've been this, we're gonna get that same thing of, well, I'm white, but I want it. I'm white, but I want. I'm white, but I want. And they're just gonna be in our business no matter what. They're gonna try to get us to do things that aren't what we are setting out to do, which would be to be as inclusive as possible, just to be very vague about it, versus being trope heavy and book talk and whomever is dating the latest football player or baseball, basketball player, whatever you want to call it. It's very much we've done the work in knowing who we are, but we've also, and I think we need to give ourselves credit for this, given other minorities the step up to be like, I'm going to write too. I'm going to write in my voice too. And I'm going to present my work as a person of color. I'm going to present my work as a Latinx person or an Asian person. I'm going to present my work because I've seen them do it. And I think we need to give ourselves some of that credit. Whether that particular set of people gives it to us or not, the door was opened. We walked in it first. We did not close it behind us. And that is unfortunately what the rest of them have done, is they've walked in, closed the doors, locked the windows, cut off the lights, and they're standing in the windows at the blinds like, get off my grass.
And they got my gun.
So I think that, to bring this to a close with my thought, I think in order for this to move forward, it's hard to work your way backwards when you didn't put inclusion at the front. So it's always going to look like a misstep. So when you put inclusion at the front, it makes it easier for you to slot in other voices, other minorities, other groups of marginalized, I hate that word, marginalized people. And make it
Underserved.
so,
Maybe.
yeah, underserved, that's better. Underserved people who are also here that have heard them say, well, if you don't like it, just leave. If you don't like it, do it yourself. If you don't like it, write it
We've
yourself.
heard
Well,
that
we
enough.
did.
Now, see,
We
that's
did
just
write it
all
ourselves,
the
and it
time because
shows
we
that it's
always do
better.
it ourselves, and then they come sniffing around and they
Hmm
put something, they want to put blonde highlights on it.
Well,
And
why couldn't y'all just find this in what we had? Because it's not tailored for us.
It's not
Especially
built for us.
hmm
especially trying to dismantle stereotypes or fetishes that we don't want to be seen as in real life. Because you will see how people perpetuate what they believe as a center of a story.
Mhm.
If they want to, identify that character to someone, we can tell. I think more so than anyone else, we can tell when a character is white facing.
Yes.
Mhm.
That means from rip, we can't really identify with it unless we're willing to ignore that fact, which we shouldn't have to do in any medium.
Nope.
And we talked about this in the last episode, but like, they lead from this idea that every woman is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is every woman. And, not the
I don't want to
case.
be that bony broad. Did I want to smash Travis Kelsey? Yeah. Before he turned into a Kansas City state trooper.
Before
Yeah.
he started putting raisin in his potato salad, I'm sure a
Before
lot
he
of
before he got that Ron Jeremy mustache. Yeah, sure, of course.
but that's the thing, they
Now
need
I'm on George Kittle's dick. You know what I'm
they
saying?
need to keep it going. They need for people to see them a certain way. They need to intrude in other people's spaces because the very fabric of their being depends on it. The minute the illusion has been shattered, they crash out. The minute they're not the focus, they crash out. Oh, the whole, well, you don't like it, go somewhere else and do it. This, we've heard that before. We've heard it in
Yeah.
areas in certain decades, and it's still the same. It's as American pie.
Part of the reason I like to write is that because I am in an interracial relationship, and a lot of the things I see in a lot of interracial Black woman, white male storytelling is what people think the other one will think about the person they're with. And that's often very stereotypical 90s commie. Like, I'm not really for, like, I think one of the first interracial relationships I've seen was on Blossom when her older brother Tony was with the Black chick Tony. Mars is probably the only person that remembers this. But like, that was the first interracial relationship I seen on TV. Then years later, it was like Sean and Angela on Boy Meets World, and then it's progressed from that. But you could even see in those things the types of stereotypes that were written in based on the people that didn't have those experiences in the room to write for that character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I've always liked to write, because I wanted to see myself as the Black female main character reflected in a way that makes me feel safe and comfortable and confident, so I can be, if it's smut, the horniest version of myself in that scene or scenes thereafter. And so what femininity is for people who look like me, or particularly just me, because I'm not every Black woman either. We're not a monolith. So I think that's also the thing I was trying to dismantle, is that we're not a monolith. Not all Black women are the same. And then a lot of the characterizations and stereotypes that have been put upon us as a visual are the complete antithesis of who we are as individuals. So that's what I wanted to write, to kind of shatter all these things. Do I feel like it's been ignored to some point? Yeah, but does it makes me want to continue to do it. I think I just have to get out of my own way. It's a completely different conversation. But that's one thing I wanted to see in my entrance into writing audios and scripts and writing smutty novellas and whatnot, is showing how a Black woman like me wants to be loved. And so
we don't find ourselves for ourselves.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes. Audre Lorde.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that quote.
I love that you write like for yourself, because I like writing like scripts. I'm not very good at it in my head, but I know I'll keep doing it. I know I'll continue doing it because I enjoy doing it. And honestly, I think we could write scripts for the rest of our lives and it still won't be enough, because there are so many like places where you go and we still aren't seen or recognized as people, much less we're not the same. Like they already have a stereotype in mind. So when they come across like one of our scripts, I'm so happy about that. And I love how much love people have put on like all of the writers within our group, because it's like none of those scripts are the same, but they're all different Black women writing, and people are responding to it, and the VAs are wanting it and requesting it and paying for it, because again, we've had that talk too, where people just gift scripts and they just want to be close to their favorite VA of that month or what have you. And now we're in a place where it's like, yes, our scripts have value. We have value. You want access to this, you will pay.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, because that's another thing within this community. They feel like they could just come and take from others. And I don't like that shit.
It's the colonizer spirit.
It really is. If they can get over on you and not have to pay for something, baby, they're going to do it every time. And I'm quick to remind you, hey, here's my PayPal link. Pay me.
So what's our biggest takeaway moving forward? Like, how do we navigate the space moving forward as an individual who enjoys this type of content and the content delivery? As fans of audio erotica, what are you looking forward to next? Like, what do you want more of next?
Well, I would say for me, like, I have not listened to anything in a very long time, and I don't foresee myself going back to it. And you know that's for reasons that we've discussed. And also I feel like I started like listening to audios like when I was in my mid-20s, and there was, you know, this curiosity that I had because, you know, I didn't have any experience, and so like I wanted to kind of see like what's going on out there in the world, like what is this, what is that, and I found that, you know, listening to audios kind of gave me that, you know, safe space to kind of explore and things like that. But now that I'm in my 30s, I don't think necessarily that I need it anymore. And then also on top of that, it's like the state of where we are with audios right now kind of just left, you know, a lot to be desired. And I'm just like, I don't know if it's something that's for me at this moment. Maybe in the future that might change. Maybe there needs to just be, you know, us making an app or somebody else making an app that, you know, fixes the problem. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm still relatively new to it. I didn't start in my 20s. I actually started it listening in my 30s, and it's only been like a couple years. So, but yeah. So I'm not. But for the reasons we mentioned here, it's been more challenging to stay consistently enticed or excited by it. So, yeah, it's just, I think it's an as needed, you know, as I'd like kind of thing, because it is a medium that has, like I said at the start of this, it is a medium that, because it's still technically new for me, it has done a lot of immediate good, when it was good, or when it, you know, when I was first starting to learn. It's definitely done some wonderful things for me, including introducing me to y'all. So, yeah, but it's kind of slowly sloped downward. So it's kind of an as needed thing, I think, for now.
Yeah, I think it's probably run its course for me. And I'm pretty sure, in like our first episode, I told you guys that I started out with Dipsy before getting to Quinn, and not that the transition was hard going from one to the other, but the active involvement in the community as it was is the thing that's made it run its course for me. I have learned a lot about myself, and I'm very grateful that it brought me to you guys. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. My dog just jumped on something he's not supposed to.
Dog break. I think to go ahead.
Sorry. He was literally just like, y'all can see, he was on top of that pile. Uh, um, so just to say, like, it's run its course for me. I don't think at this point all the apps I did use I have not resubscribed to. I have not been on Gone Wild Audio in 1,000 years, and I don't think that it's going to hit my ear the same way as it did when I first started listening during the pandemic. I find, which is interesting, as someone who's very attracted to people's voices, I find voices annoying now, or those voices in particular annoying now, which is not, what I wanted, but because of the bad taste that's been put in my mouth from some of the actions of people that are surrounded by this community, I just was like, you know what? None of these voices hit my ear the same way. None of the tropes, the feelings, the sounds of any kind do anything for me. So I'm just kind of like, in the new year, I don't think I'll even listen to anything.
We'll get on what you're reading because we know you're reading something good. But Mars,
Oh,
you've
of
been
course.
nodding enthusiastically. What's your take?
I'm kind of in the same boat that I've, since disconnecting from Quinn, I really haven't been listening to anything. It's which is kind of a bummer because it's like Summer, I had started listening in my 20s too, and had enjoyed it pretty consistently up until a couple of years ago. And yeah, and I feel like Doc as well. It's like, all right, the forces in the community surrounding the app just completely turned me off from the VAs and then the app in general. So I was just like, okay, now I'm completely disengaged,
Yeah.
Which, so I wanted to say so sorry for kind of dipping out on y'all for a little bit, because it's like it wasn't y'all at all. It was just like I can't do it anymore. I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, we understand completely.
We were, a lot of us have been like that. That's been our kind of modus operandi all year. To your point, Mars, like I listen to what I know I'm going to be into. Mm-hmm. When I get into something, as you guys know, I'm very intense. I'm balls to the wall with it. I want to be as a part of it, who I can help it move and grow and develop. I'm very intense about everything I get into. I think what turned me off was just how people move and just the characters, aside from y'all, because y'all have been a great resource. And I tell you this all the time. I think I tell you guys this week that I'm thankful for the bonds we've had. And I was like, this is random as fuck, but I love you guys. That, I think the main thing is that to me, what turned me off the most is how we try to interject more. We scored. The main thing is that we tried to bring more flavor, more seasoning. We weren't trying to usurp space. We were just trying to add to it, and we were treated not cool by people who wanted us to support them but did not want to give it back.
Yeah.
Being harassed online definitely made me want to stop. But I think what wants me to continue to listen is that I know it's not everyone. There are people that genuinely like to have a good thought process and a good belief in the space and their work, and they do good work, and I want to support that. In this economy, I can't subscribe to as many Patreons as I'd like because, bills. And I like workout gear, so I got to pick one. But, there are people I still want to support in some way. I haven't had Quinn. I had an audio launched on Quinn. I didn't even have Quinn to listen to it. I had to borrow Doc's. So, that's how over it I was. I think not feeling like I could contribute to a space I was really into turned me off in a genuine way. It's not that I just wanted to be in the mix. I wanted to contribute to it so other people who wanted to see themselves reflected in the art form or in the content have it like I wanted it. And the fact that it wasn't received as well by people who said, "Oh, we want to have everyone included," was very disingenuous to me. Also, the delivery of the content on Quinn is just very unsavory, given a lot of things we've talked about, just how they label things, how they let people use tags inconsistently. That doesn't help the educational part of how people use these things as part of self-discovery, which is what Regina has spoken so eloquently about. A lot of people use this as self-discovery. What if they're discovering things in the wrong way and they approach someone else who says, "Hey, I'm into this," and then they get hurt, or they are abused or taken advantage of, and then they've like, "Oh, well, I thought I was into this, and this person did it this way." It's an educational tool as well. I think all erotic, intimate, sexual wellness apps or sexual apps like this are taken as educational tools, as informational things, and it's up to the app and the people responsible for the content to deliver it responsibly.
Or put disclaimers if they can't.
Disclaimers at that. That's what the tags are for. But the inconsistency with the tags is the major problem. Because as I think Doc brought up earlier, there have been plenty of audios with weird tags, and people listen to it like, "Oh, well, if I knew this was involved, I wouldn't have recommended it to so because I know they don't like this."
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that make people they listen to something and they think they're into it and they're wildly uncomfortable with it only because it's been presented to them in a way that is not accurate. I think that's also a complete disservice to people who are new to the medium, who do want to use this as, okay, well, I want to explore my sexuality in that I haven't been able to before. This is a good entryway, and completely understand it and get themselves in situations that they can't undo. Particularly women and people in 2025 that are taking advantage of people who just want to express themselves intimately and get abused and taken advantage of really irks me. And I think this is the opposite side of that is how that happens to a lot of people. I also think a lot of people who get into this space want to take advantage of people they know are susceptible to parasocial relationships and things like that. I think it's something that a lot of people who are as emotionally intelligent as they could be are used to drive up profit share with subscriptions, to become fans of these people and prop up their work. And it just seems very disingenuous to me. So that's my turn off, but I do support people that I think that are really good performers in the forum. So it's not that I don't listen to as much. I'm still subscribed to Dipsy, but it's only because I got to get my Scottish fix somewhere. And I haven't really found anyone on Reddit that fills that for me.
I think it's about finding different mediums for sure. Like, because
you got to shop around.
Yeah. That, I mean, again, like I said, this is still relatively new. Like a lot of folks, I had no idea folks I didn't know this existed when I was 20 something. So, yeah. And it was a slow awakening for me to get to kind of this place. So, yeah. So, but I think it'll probably be less so in the new year.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I've gotten what I really wanted out of it, you know? I mean, it's like I still listen to audios, like, you know, like told you about the YouTubers that I listen to and stuff. So I still listen to things. It's just not sexual.
It's not sexual. Yeah.
You fit that realism and that need in other forms that also help your mental health. It's not just about the kink side or the sex side or trying to get off. You've affixed that to different portions of your mental health in your life, and that's what I've done too. So I'm glad we're not the only ones.
You're not the only one. Yeah.
Audio fixated people who like to use words and find comfort in that, and sounds and soundscapes and things like that deserve to have a plethora of things to choose from. It shouldn't just be something that makes your bean jump or whatever.
Yeah.
Never thought that YouTube would be like in the top 3 for me, but yeah, YouTube is definitely in the top 3 in regards to
one thing that it's not paying for is YouTube Premium.
You're too premature.
Yeah.
No ads, bitch. No ads.
Say that.
Okay,
I
you don't
just
have to
can't
go
bring myself
through.
to do it. I'm still using Tubi. Like I can't bring
No.
myself to pay for no
But I'm
service.
telling you, if you love those soundscapes, if you love those aquariums and shit like that,
I've been,
See, and
especially since I've dumped Hulu and Disney Plus, because I can't believe I'm defending fucking Jimmy Kimmel. But ever since he was ripped off the air disingenuously by the hostile government takeover that's currently happening, I've had to dump a lot of things that I streamed before. And the fact that, you know, it's a lower cost, and I watch a lot of YouTube anyway. I like a lot of those, and that's what I'm into right now. It makes it worth the you know, the price of admission, and it's definitely one less subscription I have to pay for.
well, that makes sense. But see,
Because of the variety of aspect of
I
it
have
too.
Ditsy, and I got my Patreon, and that's just it.
Yeah. No, literally different
That's
mediums.
all paid
Anywhere
for.
you can find it. Anywhere you
Yeah.
can find it that works for if you need the oral fixation. There's so many different mediums, and I think
So the takeaway is Quinn ain't the only game in town, people.
At
And that's
all.
At all.
Count your days, Quinn. Count your days.
One thing we wanted to emphasize, particularly in our work, I think one thing that we've really been tough on is that we weren't only going to put our work on the Pink app. We wanted to expand the horizons of our work. And so a lot of people that are a part of that BQC collective have been on a multitude of platforms, which is where we kind of put the feather in our cap there, is that, you know, we weren't really just tunnel vision on Quinn. And I think that also rubbed people the wrong way. It was like, oh, well, you know, why are they just, why don't they just want to
pledging your allegiance to Quinn?
I don't want to pledge my allegiance to nobody, bitch.
Absolutely.
That's why. But speaking of a good transition, so what are you guys listening to? What are you reading? What mediums are you? We talked a lot about YouTube and those different soundscapes, but what is another thing you've learned to enjoy in the last year?
Well, I've been reading a lot. I joined a book club this year, so I've been reading. You know, I've discovered books that I probably wouldn't have picked up on my own for them. Currently, this is not a book club read, but I started Son of the Morning by, I'm going to butcher their name, but it's Akweze. I can't remember the last name, but it's a paranormal romance, Black. I believe like all the characters are Black, but it's like about this girl. She falls in love with Lucifer, and there's like a love triangle.
A triangle with Lucifer.
You had me at fall in love with Lucifer, then love triangle. Like,
send
me that link immediately, because you know I love it.
I'm only like 30 pages in, but it's really good.
It doesn't matter. Send me the link.
Drop that.
I'll put it in the
expeditiously. Thank you.
Whips, do you have any good recs? Things that are published that you're into?
Season. It's the holiday season, so I tried to switch it up, and like I like reading, like, you know, I read more sweet romance, which is wild. I will literally go from like sweet romance to like monster romance to basically mafia.
Last night was Krampus night, so get out your Krampus smut. There's a lot of it.
But like there's a lot of like holiday themed stories, like Christmas with the Carters by Mo Flames. I just finished reading that. That was really good. So like if you like a messy family smorgasbord where they doing a lot of sexy times, that's a good one. 'Twas 2
it's
weeks.
Not sexy time with the family, right? It's not that kind of book.
No, not with the family.
Okay, you know the people are into weird shit. I got to make sure it's not like a stepsister. Fucking a wife like, oh brother, I'm stuck in the chimney. Help me! You know, there's some nasty hoes out there, so I just got to make sure that you like that.
Thank you for clarifying that. There's
I just want to make sure that that's not what weird. You said sexy time with the family, so I had to. You know like how people do. They just run with shit. You got to clarify.
Yeah, no, there's messy family stuff, but there's no sexy times with the family. I promise you.
Good. I mean, it's like a step brother.
It's not Game of Thrones.
No, it is not Game of Thrones.
No, nobody wants to watch Cersei and old boy bang it
I
out.
can't believe that went on for as long as
Gross.
it did.
You know, it kind of became. I kind of got used to it. It wasn't as like after the first time. I was like,
It wasn't
That's
too
what-
taboo.
I was, you know, yeah.
You got used to it.
She was, but no,
That brother I can see. That
It is
brother
a
I can
Black Love read. Black Love read. I know a lot of people are very particular about that when y'all mention Black Reader Book Fest or what have you. So I wanted to clarify that.
Indeed.
It's a Black Love read story. The other one that I'm reading now was Till. I think it was Till's 2 Weeks Till by Sharonda L. Sharp, and this one is more of a sweet read. Like it's a Black woman and then her crush from high school who is a Spanish guy.
Send me the links to
'cause I
everything you're
can
talking
relate.
about so I can put it in the blog so people know what we're
Okay,
talking about.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, but it's really sweet. So I kind of went from like spicy Black love to like this sweet college. Both of them are holiday reads though, which I like because it's that time of year and I normally don't read anything else this time
I
of year.
do love a snowed in BWWM plus MC holiday mix. That's just my kink, I think.
But yeah, if I'm not reading, I'm watching something on Lifetime. So
and the Lifetime movies are more heartwarming. They're not like, oh, I killed my husband because he cheated.
yeah,
on me
these
on
are the
Christmas
these are the
Eve,
heartwarming ones.
and I ran to Mexico. And then it's
Yeah,
not like a Meredith Baxter Barney doesn't star in any of these, right?
Y'all remember that one Lifetime movie? It was called like Taken in Broad Daylight. I don't know why that
I've
was.
heard of that.
I'm pretty sure that's Meredith Baxter Barney because for like 15 years she was starting in all of them joints.
Yeah.
And there's one with like she was in one with the dad from Seventh Heavens who is now a pedophile.
What?
Where she killed him in the bed. Like Lifetime used to be a mess.
I think I saw one movie and it was too much, and then I couldn't do it.
Mama Cheeks loved Lifetime back in the day.
Yeah, Lifetime was always on.
Television for women. Which women? I don't want to be this man.
Which ones want to get kidnapped and never see me again?
I want to be happy, bitch.
I forgot that was their tagline.
The movie where there was a pregnancy pact.
I heard wasn't they were like in high school and they had a pregnancy pact?
Yeah,
I remember that.
I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
That makes me uncomfortable.
That was like a real life thing too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
real life.
Yeah, real life stuff.
It was based on real life.
Yeah, that only brings up two words. A pregnancy pact only brings up two words to me: white girls.
Yeah,
of course it was.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Wow. But yeah, it was like I think
because if my mama found some notes like, "Oh, we're in a pregnancy pact," she'd be like, "Bitch, what's wrong with you?"
Yeah, I think there was like 4 high schoolers or something like that.
Yeah, it was 4 high schoolers.
Yeah, it's 4 of them,
Yikes.
and it was like real life. It was real life.
Yeah.
This really happened. I am gonna look it up now.
Yes.
A bunch of those old Lifetime
dramatization
movies
of it.
were
Like this
ripped
movie was
from headlines.
Yeah.
Why I stayed the fuck away from Lifetime? Like I couldn't do it.
The only stories I want ripped from the headlines is with Olivia Benson starring. That's all.
Yeah.
If Mariska Hargitay isn't in it, I don't want it. Let's talk about a white woman we trust. Who's the white woman you trust?
I don't know because somebody was saying that Dolly Parton was racist. They were coming out saying,
no,
I don't know if that's true.
Dolly Parton's not racist.
Whoever talks bad about Dolly Parton, I hope they go bald.
She took Confederate flags out of her stampede herself.
Yeah,
she
so that thing about
herself.
Dolly from her documentary, not documentary.
Also,
sorry, her new
Dollywood is
memoir.
lit. Dollywood is lit.
Whoever I hear disrespecting Dolly Parton can get slapped.
Yeah, they can get these hands. They're rated E for everyone.
Are you talking about public figures, or are you talking about like just any?
Public figures is good.
I don't know any in real life, so I mean,
yeah, the whole Dolly
mentors. One mentor, my dog.
Yeah. The whole Dolly Parton thing came from her memoir because there's a section where she talks about encountering things that were racist and not knowing what to do. So she did what white women typically do, which is stay silent. But clearly the life she's lived since that point and meeting all the people she's met since then
Yeah.
shows you she's not racist. So people
Yeah.
that got blown way out of
I
proportion
just
because
saw
half
Her
those
work
people not
I
even
in
saw a
reading
general.
thread where
memoir.
they were saying that she didn't support the Black Lives Matter movement. I didn't look into
Nope.
this. I'm not believing it. I'm just saying what I saw.
I refuse.
And
No,
Yeah.
yeah, the people
I have
like
no. So I don't know.
fallacy.
I
You know,
personally, as a rule, I don't stand up for white people. I just don't do that. I don't got to stand
Yeah.
for white people. I better say sorry. I don't got.
you know,
I don't
you
stand for
gotta
white people.
prove to me that you
Question.
you gotta be able to spell abolitionist.
You got to be
Does a
willing to
white-
be John Brown. That's who you got to be willing to be.
Does
Burn
a
it
white
down. Yes. yes.
does a white marble statue count? Like one that's
What about this? What about this year's color? What is it? White cloud, white dancer.
Oh,
whatever?
Oh,
it's
cloud
called
dancer, yeah.
Cloud
that?
dancer.
Fuck
Pantone
that.
color of the year 2026.
The
That
same color
is
they daddy
Cloud
clean.
dancer.
Get out of here.
Cloud dancer.
Cloud
We can
dancer?
talk about this. Cloud dancer. And you know what's also funny is I was talking to my boss
hate
about
it.
this during our one-on-one yesterday, and she was like, "Yeah, that's tone deaf as fuck." And I was like, "Oh, they sell notebooks this color too. Like they have like merchandise. Like they partner with like Motorola and Play-Doh and Crayola to sell things in the color of the year. Mind you, I also want to remind people that the 2025 color of the year was a mocha mousse, which was a light brown. Which was supposed to signify exactly, it's supposed to signify warmth and things of this nature. And the white, the cloud dancer, per Pantone, is a calming influence in a frenetic society, rediscovering the value of measured consideration and quiet reflection, quote unquote.
It also
associated with new
color death for a lot of other countries.
It's also associated with Klan hoods.
Thank you.
So in the era of eugenics being in American Eagle ads, the last episode we talked about onyx versus opalite, and now this is the color of the year for the next year. The only thing I'm looking forward to is knowing that white nail polish looks good on my skin. So I'm gonna kill it regardless. Like I'm gonna make it look better than anyone not melanated is gonna make it look. So that's one thing I'm taking away with it. But the cultural significance of picking this shade in this socio-political climate is odd. I think one thing we also brought up in the group chat is that the president or the mouthpiece of Pantone is a Black woman. She had to come.
And they had to strut her out like a little pony show to do this. I said, I hope they pay you enough because ain't no way.
Listen, if your only job is mandating colors, I figured you'd have to be like Oz or like have a pot of gold at the rainbow. You better be getting your ducats.
They chose what's the name of it again? Cloud dancer.
Cloud dancer.
They
the only thing I want is
dancer because they couldn't say Klan dress. It's giving the same energy.
Well, I also feel like the Klan robes are a little bit dingier because white folks in the Klan don't bathe. But
that's the only reason why
they be out in the fields, burning crosses. The dirt gets on it.
White power,
the dirt and the sun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't even spell power.
I mean, Wicked was right there. Wicked gave y'all the color schemes that y'all could.
Yeah, but I'm also not stomping for Cynthia Erivo given the thing.
I'm not either. I refuse to see it.
I want to love her, and I want to love. Is she still with Lena White?
No, they broke up.
I think
there's a reason for that. Then
since it was on Broadway, I'm a theater geek, so Wicked, Avenue Q, Rent, all of those, I'm always gonna be here for.
See, the reason why I love things with puppets and Muppets is that the Muppets can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? I love things. Avenue Q is, what I'm gonna do with the major in English. That speaks to a lot of people.
And it's a shame because Cynthia is very talented. I will not take that away from her. She's
so talented. She's got a
beautiful. But I have a rule. I don't like
scenes.
people who are racist. I don't like people who are anti-Black, and I don't like people who are anti-Black American. I cannot do that.
And how you gonna scissor someone who is a Black African American and say that shit? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't know if they were together.
How you gonna be with Lena and then say all this fuck shit?
What she said, I feel like that wasn't when they were together, but I don't know.
No, they
not-
weren't
Either way,
together when
how could
she
you
started that
get
mess.
with somebody after you like finding out that they?
Still.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not my
Black
business.
men do it all the time, but that's another TED Talk for another day.
Oh, that's episode 3 of season 2.
What?
So that way we can talk. This episode 3, so we can talk about how Jorge Polo fucked that white girl in the sand. Anyway.
Oh my! Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Because you know I have thoughts because I listened to that so you all wouldn't have to suffer. And now
And we owe you reparations for that.
Oh,
it
you
is,
really do.
I need to expel it from my heart. So I'm excited for that episode. So it's no longer on my chest.
Do you want to expel it now before 2025 comes to an end, since you had to do it this year? Just let it out. Let that hate out. Why did y'all let Julius do that audio where he was fucking that white girl in the sand? Because no bitch wants to be fucked in the sand. That's just what
When
I'm
I
saying.
told
The beach is
y'all,
just the truth. Okay?
when I told y'all it gave, I'ma drive you to work so I can borrow your car all day.
And
I
then
meant
not
that.
put gas back in it.
Because the fact that the premise of the audio is what threw me off, because she's still working and you're on this couples trip. Why is she working?
Why?
Why is she on
That's the
PTO?
one where he was
got
on the
money.
motorcycle and he chased the bitch through the woods, right?
Yeah, I didn't black that one out from my mind.
Because I think one of us listened to that one too, so we didn't have to. Was that you, Summer?
No, it wasn't that one. It was the one in the bar. That was the one I listened to, where he had to drive her car, and
That was the one that
yeah.
followed after this one, which I was
Yeah.
like, oh, so we're
Hey,
continuing
Karen,
this.
let me drive you home and give you some of this Tyrone dick. Like, why are you doing this?
Oh, y'all reparations for this.
Oh, but yeah, that whole thing, I was just I should have screenshotted my reactions in that because it was hilarious. The way I was pissed every 2 seconds, it's like I dare you to take me on vacation while I'm still working, and then take me out to a beach picnic.
Were you in? Wasn't he on a motorcycle for that, or was that a different
This
one?
is why our
that's
scripts
a-
matter.
Why are you on a motorcycle? It ain't Black Bike Week. You should
This
be in
is
Myrtle
why
Beach.
our scripts matter.
Still not
Because
sucking your dick at Myrtle Beach, though.
that's just, no. You got
Yeah,
sand all in betwixt your teeth now.
Not teeth.
Not betwixt.
There's needles all over Myrtle Beach. It's dirty Myrtle for a reason. I'm not fucking nobody on Myrtle Beach. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I was too through with that audio, but
Take me to
you
Kiowa
shouldn't have
Island or
been.
something. You know, take me to Folsom or something.
Oh God, I can't.
Yeah.
See,
I
that's why our
was just
scripts
done.
matter, and we need our own app because these kind of things wouldn't happen.
Well,
We
Julius
wouldn't
probably
tolerate
wouldn't
it.
be on our app any goddamn way.
That
so.
part. Dust yourself off and try again, boo boo, because this won't be for you.
No, I'd rather have the actual Chicken George from Roots. I would rather have the actual Chicken George from Roots.
And I had such high hopes for him. I was just
Why?
in the beginning, I wanted to write for him. I thought he had a certain voice, a certain style, and it just declined so fast. I didn't see
Well, he
it.
came out right after we had like gotten over Aiden or whatever.
Yeah.
And
it was
I was
abysmal.
never underage.
this, I think
Yeah.
the one of the most disappointing things of 2025 continues to be men trying to get paid.
Oh, you
for
should
not
have stopped
working
with
hard.
men. Like,
Well, particularly in
You
this
could have
space,
just stopped with
men.
men, and that would have been fine and
Oh,
accurate.
well, I could also say men who also believe in only giving the bare minimum, but particularly in this space, the actors in it, they're not only just men who are giving the bare minimum. It's like they're not even trying to do more than that.
Well, okay, I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I actually have to defend certain men now because
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Well, we have to
Sister,
get
don't
some.
do
two in
we have to get
particular,
shit on all of
two
them.
in particular,
there are
because they're
two.
black.
No,
Well, see, you can also stop right there because you just said they're
Yes.
black, so that's a different category of thinking.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
the two that you're
That's true, that's
thinking
fair.
of, the two that you're thinking of are not the one we were just talking about.
Okay, then
True.
you know what? Thank you for sparing me because I didn't
So,
want to have to get on
you
that.
know
So
what?
That's fair.
I get
That's
where
fair.
you're going.
That's fair.
thank you.
You're good on that. You're good.
Don't put your cape on for these men.
Thank you, because
Yeah.
it was heavy. I didn't want
Yeah.
to do it. Appreciate y'all.
This is why
Y'all
we're a
the
team. This is why we're a unit.
Thank you, because it was gonna hurt, but I was gonna do it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I knew
why
where you were going.
back to the group chat and think of all the dream up all the wonderful things we're gonna create in our own little app.
But his downfall was spectacular. I'll give him that because it was terrible. I went from wanting to
fast,
them to just saying, do we have any white VAs that I might be able to pitch this to? Because I can't. Oh,
yeah, that's where you're.
I saw him being like this Southern gentleman, or maybe like this, blur kind of.
Well,
guy.
he was a Southern gentleman from East Atlanta. They're all scammers.
Jeez.
Oh, Lord.
Call it.
Well,
like when he moved that lady into that apartment and went to fix her
area.
I was gonna say, you know better than anybody.
He seems to have found his place over on YouTube, though. Like,
easy. You know what I mean?
He seems to be doing quite well over on YouTube. So,
everybody
has an audience.
A snowman. What does snowmen attract? Snow bunnies.
Well,
he said dog pee.
Dog.
Insert Dr. Umar.
I'll let the audience do with that what they will.
He'll never make tenderoni over here. That's all there is to it.
And he really should be. But I wonder what happened to Emmanuel.
Yeah, I was getting ready to.
Right. What happened?
See, now I feel better because y'all mentioned one of the men that I was going to mention.
He was a previous Tenderoni of the Week. I think it was Tenderoni of the Week, week 3.
Yeah, we gave him a Tenderoni of the Week once. I mean, he does audiobook, so there's that.
Yeah, and so he can be heard other places. Maybe Quinn wasn't the model for him. He probably deserves much better than
they probably tried to give him the same. They probably tried to give him the same thing.
I would also be rubbed the wrong way because we can't leave this in the past that Quinn mixed up their black VAs on a solo
Not
show.
once, but twice.
They've done it twice in this calendar year.
Yes.
Yep.
So if I were a black performer on Quinn, I would also feel a certain type of way that, okay, so all black men are interchangeable to y'all. They're definitely different voices because, first of all, again, all black people are not a monolith. All black men are not the same. And so I think it's very
alone is different.
It's very like even Chris Yamez and Raw Vintage, those are different cats. You know what I'm saying? Like
the only thing they have in common is that actually
they're black.
Chris is not. Well,
aren't they both in Canada?
They're both in Canada, but Chris
that's
is not
about
Canadian.
it. Yeah.
Black
I think the only reason why Quinn gave the VAs on VAs to Emmanuel was to make up for the fact that they mixed him up twice.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite one.
The only reason. And then
y'all remember they did that after the whole when Sinners came out and they decided to highlight that the TDOD audio.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
and all of their Sinners pandering was fucking. Their Sinners pandering was fucking annoying.
Yeah, but that made me forgive Chris Yamez for his Sinners because you could tell he phoned it in. It was still nice, but I don't blame him.
Well, he did what was asked of him. Clearly,
he completely ripped off the movie, and I was like,
"Y'all don't care, watch it on." If y'all get sued, it ain't on me.
All of it.
I think he ripped it off because he knew most of the audience for Quinn wasn't going to watch Sinners.
Yeah, but I'm just taking it from a legal perspective. A legal perspective,
I mean, the music and everything.
These are the same bitches that want Jonathan Bailey, knowing full well Jonathan Bailey is gay.
I got Andrew Scott and he's gay.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like they want people who can create the scene but not and already have the buy-in of hetero women.
Mm-hmm.
Full well they're not accessible.
Yeah.
Which is also a fallacy. There's not going to be a time unless that man is bi, or it's completely his choice, or a straight woman can turn him, regardless of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that draw of creating false hope for people who are very susceptible to paranormal relationships that's a responsibility that they have to have.
Mm-hmm.
That not straight baiting people.
Yep.
For using are using LGBTQIA plus people to bait folks. They had that one audio with the non-binary woman.
Oh,
That
was it from? Oh, I can't remember.
I think she was like on like
She was on the L word. That's why I remember.
Yeah, she was on the L word, but
yeah,
it still rubbed me the wrong way because it just seemed very gay baby.
And I stopped listening to pretty much all of their Quinn originals after like the second chapter. I was done because I knew it was coming. It was going to be mediocre.
Well, the ones that are chaptered are just whack, dog.
Yeah,
like I love a slow burn, but
I can't remember. Like honestly,
these bitches
after
ain't yearning for shit.
They were trash. What is it? Apprentice and the Misty Door are the only ones I can listen through all three. The rest of them so trash.
Some of us do like dark skinned celebrities, Quinn. Just throwing it out there.
They only like
these light skinned. You know, I like Jesse Williams myself. You know what I'm saying? At least he wants to be black. But these other cats, I don't know.
Hey.
At least he be at the At least Jesse Williams be at the BET Awards. I don't know where these other brothers are at.
They still haven't even
I don't know.
They can't had one woman of color up there yet either. Like where are the women of color up there? Like not even one black.
But they can't get them, and it makes sense because the way that they operate as a business, it makes sense that they won't get anybody. This is all they can.
I asked for Tessa Thompson.
They're still clamoring for a Tessa. If we're gonna have a light skin, at least have Tessa Thompson. Goddamn.
They won't get her. They'll never get her.
They can't afford her.
They probably can't.
At least Journey Smollett. You know what I'm saying? Juicy Smollett.
Can't afford her either.
Juicy Smollett's sister. The most
that girl been working since she was like 2 years old. Y'all can't afford her neither. So
the most talented of all them chillins.
Just leave the black people alone. Leave the black folks alone.
So is that the takeaway? Do we want Quinn to leave black people alone?
Yes, at this point, yes, because they don't.
Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Leave us alone. Cut it out.
In the words of
cut it out. Also, cut it out. Shout out to Uncle Joey because his cancer came back.
Oh,
Dave Coulier, America's uncle. I don't know if he's America's uncle, but that's what
I thought that was what's his name? I thought that was what was the other one? What's his name? The guy with the black hair.
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Now that's the uncle everybody wanted to fuck. America's uncle. I remember Uncle Joey. Right. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse was my favorite.
I thought
but also, if you had Atlantis Morissette write a hate love song about you, your dick's gotta be good. So I gotta think.
You like I gotta see.
Puts it on better than John Stamos. That's just something
he's not America's uncle if he's Canadian though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's American on the show.
It's always an undercover Canadian.
I don't care. I find out you're Canadian, you're not American.
No, I love Canadians. I love Dave Coulier. I love Jim Carrey. No. I love the only Canadian male I don't like is like Ryan Reynolds. He's
I don't like Ryan Reynolds. And what's that? Simu Liu. I don't like him either.
Well, I like the way he looked.
But I don't like him. I can't remember what he did, but I know I don't like him, and I'm consistent. So I trust
the block first, ask later. Block first.
I get you. I completely understand why he made it to your I don't like him list because it's way too easy for some people to lean straight into anti-blackness and then want to backpedal.
Yeah.
Anti-blackness. Did y'all see with BD Wong?
The doctor from SVU.
Yes.
I need an update on Simu so I know the real reason why we don't like
it. Go ahead and explain that part.
Because I didn't hear.
I don't remember why CM did. I don't remember. It was something. There was a reason. I can't remember what it was.
As always, it's around representation. And it wasn't during Black Panther, I don't think, but it was at a point where there was a ton of black shows on TV. Like Issa Rae had her multiple series, and there was just black television blowing up, and black people were rightfully excited. And as always, the conversation then branches out to other groups, and it's, well, why don't we have, or why can't we have? And it's always like the what about-ism that comes from it. And he said something that was very clearly anti-black. He did end up apologizing for it. But I was like, look, the moment that's where your brain goes for the first thought, that you give to a reporter, I'm out.
And he also had tweets resurfaced. I don't remember what the tweet
Yeah.
said. I think that's why, I was like, oh.
He
Yeah,
was
the
a
tweets came
former
out after he
finance
said it.
bro. He
That's
was a
it.
former finance bro. So I think
Yeah,
anyone
at
in
Deloitte.
finance is going to be their proximity to whiteness is going to be very calculated. So the things that they say are going to be very calculated. However, what irritates me about Simu Lee and his tweets is how are you going to say all that and then act opposite side someone who's completely adopted a black scent like Aquafina.
I can't stand Aquafina.
That's the whole nother side. She didn't get famous until she started talking like she was from the goddamn Bronx.
And she's from Queens.
So why are you talking like you're a backup singer for the goddamn Locks?
Yeah, this is exactly why I'm not a fan of people, because people always are going to show you who they really are.
Every time.
Part of our merch for season 2 is going to be like, I like all dogs and some people.
Yes,
I'm with Summer. I'm just gonna stay inside. You know what I'm saying? Just like fuck everybody.
Especially because
our merch for season 2 is going to be great. By the way, audience,
we need merch for season 1. Where's the merch?
We need to get a return on investment for season 1. We're going to do season 2 regardless, but
hold
I'm
up,
going to open the Etsy shop for season 2. You know, we got to do some more planning.
And then the merch.
I've already got plans. These bitches are going to be sick of us. They're going to be sick of us.
I'm going to wear it every day.
I mean, we do
all
need
of our stuff
fat lays and all of that stuff. So yeah. And we have different work, and we're not monolith, so everyone's got different styles. I can't wait to see y'all in the merch though. I can't lie.
Oh, I want to do like a black sorority style collection where the BQC is like the most.
Can you do
paddle letters?
Oh my god!
And that's one vision. I don't want to tell everything. That's one vision I have.
We'll keep it in house. We'll talk after.
I'm just giving them part 2 of part 7 of the entire strategy.
We're working on the budget for season 2.
Yeah.
That's all y'all need to know. That's the press release statement right there.
I also want to hear from the audience for those who listen intently. What do you guys want to hear us talk about next year?
Yeah, let us know.
Please let us know, because we have a lot of ideas and we want y'all to listen, but we also want y'all to be conscious of what we're saying and hear us responsibly. Because we ain't just talking to talk. We're doing all of this for free, for the love of the game. And that's another thing why I think why we're so into this space, because we're doing it for the love of the game. And the fact that we're so turned off for something that we were so into speaks to the nature and the environment around audio erotica, romance, books, book talk. Doc was saying the other day, like book what is it? The other thing that Instagram has, threads. Book threads is super toxic than book talk has ever been. So in everything, I think one thing we can agree on is that if we don't create a safe space for everyone, we at least want to create a safe space for us. So if you consider yourselves one of us, tell us what you want to hear us talk about.
I'm gonna hurt some feelings, but 2026, I want to say space for us. Everybody else y'all can go fuck off.
I think the safe space for us is what we should prioritize. I think we've been doing that since
we putting the life jackets on ourselves. Everybody else better learn how to swim.
Yeah, since the general election, we've been prioritizing ourselves, and that's why we started this podcast in the beginning, to prioritize ourselves and decompress a little bit. So
And cut up, because y'all, my favorite part of the month is just coming on here and chatting with y'all. That's been
first of the month.
Get up, cash your checks and get up. But if it comes at the cost of us, no, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Y'all gonna have to sit it out.
What else you guys want to talk about? Any parting shots? Any parting thoughts? Mars.
Did we talk about the tenderonis?
Well, who's the tenderoni we're going to pick? What do you want to pick?
Ooh, I ain't got nobody, so
like I don't know.
The tenderoni is us.
I was about to say,
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Okay, well,
I like that, Regina.
add an honorable mention just because
At least a second place.
And I know we talked about light skin behavior earlier, but I gotta shout out Jacob Anderson because Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, I love Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
That's
He's
it.
That's
so
also on
talented.
Netflix right now. I saw that it was on Netflix. I queued it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna start
it's
watching
so good.
it.
It is
so
amazing.
good.
I
The
love
first
the book. I
episode-
love Anne Rice. So
The first episode is the best pilot episode of any show I've ever seen in my life.
really,
Yeah.
I
It
haven't
It
piloted.
is
I haven't
so
even
well
good.
done.
pilot yet.
It's just
AMC has
amazing.
some underrated hits.
They really
AMC really had.
do.
But they do vampire tropes very well because I watched like the one where he's a cute Brit.
Discovery of
Never forget his
Witches.
name. Discovery of Witches.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just finished that. Like,
The books are great.
books are
I
great.
read the books
didn't
around
like the
along with
first
the
book.
shows. I
didn't
like
like
the first book
I
was a
didn't
slow
like it.
read.
Yeah.
The other ones, but what's his name? Matthew Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hate
Shout
the
out to
ending of the
Matthew
story. It's
Good.
interesting.
He's giving. I like his style of Brit because his style of Brit is like Damian Lewis, Matt Smith style of Brit, where you shouldn't be attracted to them, but you are.
But you are. It's weird because he's funny looking. But
Shout
he's
out to Damian
good
Smith
looking
and
away.
Matthew Good.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's like
Matt
what I was.
Smith.
I was about to say my mom doesn't like him because she says he has untrustworthy eyes because his eyes are too blue.
So blue.
But
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for blue eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like blue eyes. Typically
Blonde
they are
hair
weird.
and blue eyes, I do not trust.
No,
the
thank
future
you.
Mr. Sheeks has the bluest of eyes, and I just can't stand his little face. I'll be wanting to get mad at this motherfucker. Then he just looks at me like, I can't get mad. I'm gonna squeeze you to death.
Wait, are they that
Oh,
blue that like penetrates like the those I can't. Yeah.
They're
Nope.
so beautiful.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Icy. It makes me feel things. Makes me feel like I'm
I fucking-
freezing
I fucking
inside.
love
It
this
makes me feel like
cracker,
you
man.
inside of me.
I
And I'm
love
just like,
this
I don't
white
like
boy,
that.
man.
It looks like you're X-raying me. I can't.
I don't want to love the patriarchy, but this one I do.
The ancestors be talking to me. They be like, nah, you don't like that.
I love mine, so I'm good with that.
And I dress him like Kirby Smart. So that's because they're about the same height and same builds. He's a little husky. So I put him in a lot of polos and hoodies, and
You should put him in a teddy bear onesie. That'd be cute.
he would not wear that. Oh my god. Maybe if we had a kid, we would, but because I have to be like, if we have a kid, how are you gonna raise a kid? He's like, the kid's gonna be black. What do you mean? I was like, good answer. Good answer.
Mhm.
Good answer. We're gonna have to teach him. We're gonna have to, make sure he's comfortable.
All you got to do is get yourself a teddy bear onesie, and then you get one for him, and he's gonna see you in it, and then
You think that's how relationships work? It's not.
I do.
I'm dating
I
a
do.
patriarchal figure that only does 85% of what I say.
In my mind, this is why I only have book boyfriends.
And it's also the holiday season, so I thought someone said, "In my mind, I want you to remember this."
Be
thing.
free.
It's too early for Christmas music.
And I'm
No,
it is not too early.
What is y'all's
Too
favorite?
early.
Get there.
Speaking of the holidays, what is y'all's favorite Black Christmas song?
DMX singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay, that slaps.
Put that on the playlist. Put that on the playlist.
Nat King Cole does this version of the Christmas song, I believe it is. It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Let me see.
It's
The
really-
Temptations version of Silent Night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one.
The Jackson 5 Christmas album, all of it
The whole
starts.
thing, yeah.
Stevie Wonder Christmas album.
Oh,
starts-
Yo, one of my prized possessions is an original press of the 1981 Temptations Christmas on vinyl.
Ooh.
It's
I had
original
to hunt
sleeve.
for that. I don't even have it in the original sleeve. I have it in the one that they send to like radio DJs.
repress,
Somebody sold
yeah.
it, and when I was like, it has to be the 1980s version because the one that they released 2 years before, Silent Night, is completely different.
It's
I
completely
said, if I
different track.
open this and it's not the right Silent Night because I'm going straight to that track, I'm sending it back and you owe me my
You
money.
gotta look for the differences. Like I think there's like a 1978 or 79 press with a completely different Silent Night. The one I have with the original, the Silent Night we all know and love, It's from 1981.
Yep.
So I have the 1981 press. And the only reason why I have it is because my late uncle's best friend's dad had passed, and he had his vinyl collection, and he gave it to me a couple Christmases ago. So I got like a What I Say Ray Charles original press. I got some OJ's original presses.
Wow.
So I inherited those. So those are some shits I didn't even have to buy.
G Wig, It's Christmas by Carla Thomas.
It's Christmas.
Sorry.
I'm a good person.
I have a couple favorites. One is This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. That was like in our house every Christmas.
That's a bop.
And I know I'm showing my age, but that California Raisins Christmas special.
Yo,
back in '87.
Yo. Oh, that one old school is like boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom,
so good.
It
was classic.
And then the other one goes.
I can't wait. I can't wait until Christmas Eve to listen to this music.
Why?
And now I can't wait because I get to listen to Brandy's Christmas album all month now while I make cookies.
I really have a conflict with Brandy because their whole family is doing a lot of shady shit, but I love her.
I love her. Ray J, damn. It's just listen.
It's not just Ray J. It's not just Ray J.
Yeah, Brandy is a little shady.
Brandy is shady.
She is.
Brandy was in a car accident where somebody got killed. She tormented Countess Vaughn about her weight on Moesha. That episode was not just a one-off. She
and then recently with Beyonce.
No, that was Ray J's fault. That was Ray J's fault. No, because honestly, Beyonce's going to see Kelly. Kelly just happens to be there.
Mm-hmm. But
Beyonce's going to see
somebody
Kelly.
Made a good point. They were like, Ray J wouldn't have never said that stuff if Brandy didn't say anything to him. And then she tried to act like her Instagram account was hacked because she commented something real shady.
And on top of that, she don't even want to claim Ray J half
like,
the time.
No, your Instagram account did not get hacked.
Well, you never want to have to claim Ray J either.
You nepoed your brother to put his dick in everything, and then you want to not claim him.
Fun fact: Ray J was the guest at like my high school's prom, like my junior year.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know how they.
Hey, wait a minute! Ain't that Brandy's brother? Like, no.
What's so funny? I don't know if y'all saw the clip, but there's the most recent probably tour stop for the Boys Nine tour. Monica's on stage with Brandy, and she said, "And we're gonna take Ray J's phone before we leave." And Brandy's looking at her like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with Ray J's phone?" And Monica goes over in true Black mom fashion, "Give me your phone. Give me your phone, Ray J. Give me your phone, Monica. Because you're not about to be out here tweeting nothing."
Yeah, but she's from the SWATs. Monica's from the SWATs. We don't play that shit.
Monica took her shoes off. Monica took her shoes off and said, "Y'all fighting at my show? I'm gonna jump down here and fight y'all, and then come back on the stage."
She said, "Nigga, why you hit that girl?" Is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bleep that for the edit, but she said, "Why you hit that girl?"
And speaking of the edit,
she said, "I would kick down your door and smack your chick." She told people.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you know, Monica's not having it. She said that.
Happy holidays, everyone.
So gone. What did she do?
We have gotten off the rails.
We have gotten off the rails, and we are over time. So
yeah, it's almost halftime. That's the championship. So are all hearts and minds clear? This is my favorite episode of the year, I think.
Yeah.
Hearts and minds.
Not because it's the last one, because we had a full table. We ate well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Any parting shots. Lunch was served, dinner was served. We had an amuse-bouche, if you will.
Yes. This has been a great season.
Yeah.
Like we've learned a lot about each other.
We hope you've learned a lot too, folks.
Yeah, because we've been dropping knowledge, and if y'all don't want to receive it, fuck you guys.
That's on you.
But for those who have, But for those who have, we appreciate you, and
Yeah.
we'll be back for season 2. We're just gonna take, we're gonna take our time and just be back when we get fucking ready to be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just be prepared for it.
We were
Be
claiming our time.
prepared. Lion King.
Right. Yeah.
Deception.
All hearts and disgrace. That's Lion King too. That's a bop. Doc, put that on the playlist, please.
It's a great. It's a bop. It is.
Disgrace.
Because they didn't have to eat down like that. They did not have
Did
to.
not. That giraffe in that run. No. You didn't have to do that run like that.
Yo, they really went to church on Kovu. They didn't have to do Kovu.
Yeah. All
right. For all of us at the table for a great season, I'm the Tizzle. Where's the music? Right. Yeah, I'm the Tizzle. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa, yeah.
Happy all things.